3-yard line, 1st and 10, Eisenhower. Number 24, Davey Pacheco and carry out to the 27-yard line.
He'll race out of bounds on 2nd and 7, picking up a few yards for the Eisenhower Cadets. Ramirez in the secondary along with, as I said, Ramirez. It's Walshley. For a second I thought it was an 8, and I said, really? Andrew's out there? No, it's Garrett Walshley who's played the free safety position, and Brock Rimmer the other cornerback. Nathan Wheeler and Ryan Arnold in at the linebacker position. Zane Davis is the Superman. 3rd down and 3. Handoff left side, run for Pacheco. Pacheco has the first down. Yardage up near the 35 is where he stood up. Davis in there on the stop for Hermiston.
To the 35, good for the 1st and 10.
It is enough to move the chains, about a 4-yard gain to the 35-yard line. 9:47 on the clock in the opening period. Hermiston got the opening touchdown. Eisenhower trying to answer back.
Good job by Hermiston that time of not allowing Pacheco to get outside and making him come back in for help by the linebackers.
Pistol set. Drew Ray is a lone receiver to the left. Tight ends each way on 1st and 10. Pacheco again breaks a tackle, sheds another across the 40. He keeps falling forward and is able to carry a Hermiston defender to the 41-yard line. Campbell in there on the stop along with Jordan Ramirez stepping up from his safety position. About a 7-yard gain, 2nd down and 3 facing the Cadets. Their logo, by the way, is the New England Patriots logo. Not that we have anywhere to talk. We have the Hawaii logo for us for about a decade now. 2nd down and 7. Hermiston showing blitz up the middle, and they jumped off sides. Into the neutral zone, made Eisenhower move, and it's our first penalty of the game. It'll lead to an Eisenhower 1st down with 8:52 on the clock in the opening quarter, and the Bulldogs in front 7-0.
Encroachment on the defense. 5 yards. Results in the 1st down.
First time we hear from the referee, Mitch Crow, tonight. And we actually hear from him. I thought that these officials from the Mid-Columbia Conference were allergic to the microphone the first few home games.
Yeah.
They always seem to come up with a problem. 1st down and 10 with the ball on the 47-yard line, right in the middle of the park, on the purple H in the middle of the field. Bulldogs showing pressure right up the middle, 8 in the box. Delayed handoff right side for Pacheco. Pacheco runs right into the grasp of the outside linebacker. Davis coming in and making the stop. Gain of 1 on the play for Pacheco.
2nd and 9.
He's going to be over 900 yards here in a minute or so for his season. Not that far behind Wyatt Nolan on a dramatically higher number of carries. Because he just, what was that, his 4th or his 5th?
His 4th.
So that was his 180th carry of the season. To throw, right side, Cordigy, sideline, flag out, as Malachi Spurrier was locked up with Brock Rimmer. That flag came out early before Cordigy's pass came away. Cordigy, 49 of 103, 5 interceptions, 653 yards, and 3 touchdowns this season. Last week in the win against Moses Lake, just 5 of 12. had a pick, had a touchdown, and 80 yards. They do this on the ground. That's how they're going to attack you. We got to see 3 different games.
So I'm wondering if they had an illegal alignment, if they had somebody covered up.
We have pass interference on Hermiston.
It was wrong there.
Yards, first down.
Pass interference is the penalty on the Bulldogs. Second penalty that leads to a Eisenhower first down, and the Cadets are moving the ball down the field with the help of Hermiston, who's in front by a touchdown after scoring with Andrew James from 19 yards out on their opening drive.
Yeah, this is what you didn't want to do, was get sloppy early, and right now, Hermiston with the two big penalties right off the bat for first downs, allowing Eisenhower to really move down the field.
7 minutes, 57 seconds left in the first quarter. Hard count. Cash Campbell jumped on the near sideline. There's another 5 yards. 25 yards of penalties against Hermiston on this opening drive, helping Eisenhower move the ball that they started with on the 22-yard line.
Yeah, they've got to understand, they can be ramped up all they want, but if they're going to be giving away free yardage, all that does is set your defense back on its heels, and now you're being set up for a big draw play or even that little bubble screen.
Pistol set, so Cordigay about 3 yards behind the line, and Pacheco behind him. Play action, Cordigay running right side. I think Pacheco went to the wrong side of him. Cordigay's going to be able to scramble down the far sideline across the 30. And they will say he stepped out at the 31-yard line, just short of what he needed for a first down on that 1st and 5. Pacheco went to his left, and Cordigay was turning to handoff right, and he made something out of a broken play there and brings up 2nd and 1.
Yeah, and that's the one thing we can't see tonight, Eric, is that on the broken play there, we allow the quarterback to get out to the outside of us. We've got to take care of that, force him back in and get swallowed up.
Malachi Spurrier wide to the right side, handoff to Pacheco. He's running left, has a space, ball knocked out, recovered by Ramirez at the 18-yard line.
It was Wyatt with Arnold with the strip.
Another big defensive play for Ryan Arnold, the junior linebacker.
I couldn't tell who recovered.
Jordan was the one who recovered it.
Okay.
Jordan is the most pink of all the players for Hermiston, with the pink tape around the socks and the pink gloves as well. Month of October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. A few other pink attributes dotting both sidelines, and a few of the players as well. I went pink tie tonight. Probably pink shirt for the Kamayakan game in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. 7:43, the turnover on Eisenhower. A fumble by Pacheco that they lose. And Hermiston with a 7-0 lead has a chance to get the ball back in their hands. Andrew James with Wyatt Nolan to his right. 1st and 10, handoff. No, fake it. Ramirez near side again. Ramirez has a seam. Cross the 30, breaks a tackle. Pulled down from behind by Drew Reyes at the 34-yard line. 15-yard gain on the quick pitch and catch that looked just like the first play of the game.
And that's exactly what I was telling Joe Thompson, that we ought to go back. This is what helped Andrew out so much against Richland, is the fact that we went to that real quick short out and did it until they took it away from us. We got to keep doing it here.
Garrett Walshley and Trevor Wagner wide to the left side, and wider than them is Brock Remmer. On this 1st and 10 from the 34. Handoff to Nolan, running behind the right tackle. Bounces off Alibi and comes to the near sideline. 45-50 into Eisenhower territory. Pulled down onto the near sideline by Maglon at the 35-yard line. Nolan flips the field to the other side, picking up 31 yards on the carry.
Yeah, that was big. Jordan tried to get out there, and he was the biggest guy that Wyatt was going to hit all night.
So Wyatt Nolan is 11 yards away from 1,000 this season. With 7:15 in the first quarter and the clock spinning, the Bulldogs look to add to their touchdown lead. Bunch of 3 receivers left on 1st and 10 from the 39, and whistle, I think a timeout called by the Eisenhower Cadets. Or do we have a
JBH, your lights are on. Oregon plates, blue escort.
We have dead ball. Encroachment on the defense. 5 yards.
Oh,
No first down.
the line judge on the far side never actually threw his flag. He just blew the whistle. And it's an encroachment penalty on Eisenhower to move Hermiston 5 yards forward to the 34. Still 3 receivers bunched up to the left. Nolan to the left of James as well. James hands off to Nolan, running right up the middle. He's got to see him again. 25-20. Breaks the tackle. 15-10. 5. Touchdown. And Wyatt Nolan's over 1,000 yards on his 14th touchdown run of the season.
Yeah, I mean, starting off this game with a bang. He's at 99 yards on the night already, Eric, on just 4 carries.
7:07 on the clock. Now Hermiston has both their backfield mates, Wyatt Nolan and Andrew James, into the end zone. James on a 19-yard run. Nolan on a 34-yard run. And Juan Carlos Navarrete out to add on the extra point. Out of the hold of Jordan Ramirez. Snaps good, holds good, kick is up, and true. 14-0 Hermiston with 7:07 left in the first quarter. This is Bulldog football on AM 1360 KOHU.
Scott said he'd come up.
Cool. Malachi Spurrier and Drew Reyes are back to receive, both standing next to each other on the 3. Then they split away as Juan Carlos Navarrete gets way to kick. He kicked this one deep into the end zone. 65 yards off of the right foot of Navarrete, who is now playing in his 7th football game in his entire life. He'll play goalkeeper this spring for Rich Harshberger. If you are able to, through the world of viral media and social media, somewhere you should be able to find Rich Harshberger in a kilt yesterday at the assembly here at Hermiston High School. Apparently was lip syncing. It seemed to me that he was airbag piping most of the time.
That's what it looked like to me, too.
It was tremendous. First down and 10. Play action. Cordigay looking to throw. To his right, in the middle, has a Spurrier. Spurrier across the 35. Runs into a pile of purple shirts. First down yardage, however, on the nice pitch and catch, 17 yards to Spurrier. Spurrier didn't have a catch last week against Moses Lake. His 18th reception of the year. He's their top receiver. That brings him over 300 yards on the season, but he's just been into the end zone one time. First down and 10. Under 7 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Hermiston's lead is 14-0. DeAnthony Smith-Gary is a receiver to the left. 2 out to the right. Hermiston showing blitz. Hand off to Pacheco. Hammered in the backfield. Colton Duquette and Cash Campbell met at the running back on a running back blitz, and it seemed like they had the timing worked out perfectly. 3-yard loss.
Yeah, that was a big blow up that time, man. Pacheco caught in the middle of it.
Ball spotted back at the 34-yard
Pacheco
line.
averages just under 5 yards per carry. Doesn't catch the ball a lot out of the backfield, just 4 receptions this year. He's a traditional running back, as traditional as you can be at a pistol set. Pistol set, Cordigay looking to throw, dumps it off near sideline to Will Yoakum, the tight end, on a screenplay. Yoakum down the 45 and pulled down right near the first down, that yardage marker. Zane Davis made the tackle. It was enough for 14 and a first down.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Whenever we should have known that was coming, that little screen, because everybody just let Campbell go free on that one.
First down and 10 from the 49, just short of the midfield stripe. Cornegie, the quarterback, he's probably donating the most pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Nice pink socks and tights. Hand off to Pacheco. Right side run behind the guard, Javier Castro. Their senior, who at 255 equals their left guard, Chance Ward, is the biggest on the line. 4-yard carry up to Hermiston's 47. However, a marker on the play, and it looks like, because they're talking to Hermiston, this is going to go and push Eisenhower back.
Illegal shift.
We've lost Mitch Crow's microphone, but illegal shift is what we're looking at. With 5 minutes 40 seconds left in the first quarter and a 14-0 Hermiston lead, the ball moved back to the 44-yard line. Got a first down and 15. Paco Sanchez in it at H-back to the right shoulder of Cornegie. Play action. Cornegie to throw into the right flat. Sanchez there, dropped it.
Wow.
He was wide open. Closest to him was Sean Stewart, trying to backtrack and chase him down from a defensive end position. 2nd and 15.
Yeah, he would have had a good little gain. Probably would have got back to the original line of scrimmage that time, because Hermiston did have it covered well. But that was a good fake by Cornegie.
Cornegie does some nice stuff as far as his footwork in the pocket as well.
Yeah, he does. He gets himself set and then never seems to be, going to take the big hit.
2nd and 15 from the 44 in Eisenhower territory. Delayed handoff, Pacheco trying to run left. Check this, it's Sanchez, and he is pulled down at just across the 45-yard line. About a 2-yard gain for him. No, check that, it wasn't even Sanchez, it was DeMario Morgan. He's their second running back. That's his 20th carry this season, 116 yards and a touchdown. He had 8 carries, 54 yards, and his one touchdown came last week in the win against Moses Lake. He is the much bigger back compared to Pacheco, 6'2", 205. The junior is behind Cornegie on this 3rd and 13. Cornegie, straight drop, pressured, throws to the right side into the hands of Reyes. Reyes breaks a tackle, gets the first down across the 40 into Hermiston territory. Ball comes out, but it's off of the ground, and so down by contact at the 36-yard line. First down on an 18-yard gain.
Yeah, Hermiston had a pretty well defended that time, except for Reyes just got a lot of speed there and got across the top really quickly.
4:59 on the clock in the opening quarter. Hermiston's lead is 14-0. Into Hermiston territory at the 36. They got down here last drive, and Damian Pacheco fumbled the ball. Pacheco back in at running back behind Cornegie. Motion man, right to left, hand off to Reyes. Reyes on the sweep, hit and pulled down by Nathan Wheeler, the linebacker for Hermiston, making the stop after just a 3-yard gain.
Inside the 35 and the 33-yard line.
Good pursuit by Wheeler, the junior linebacker in Hermiston. 4-2-5 base defense. It kind of depends on what the team looks like as far as where they align Zane Davis. But Zane Davis, their Superman position, can kind of end up in a lot of different spots. Sophomore receiver Stephen Abb is wide to the right side along with Jesse Magalon on the 2nd down and 7. Handoff Pacheco in the backfield. Pulled down by Bradshaw on the near sideline for a loss. Back at the 36-yard line.
Pacheco.
Great job by Bradshaw. He's mostly known for what he does at tackle on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, they said he just barely got back at the line of scrimmage that time. And you're right, Bradshaw did a great job. He's got a pretty good guy right in front of him, and that he's having to try and stand up. And once he got the hand fighting out of the way, he was able to step aside, grab him by the one arm, and spin him down.
3rd down and 10 after the 2-yard loss. Cornegie rolling to the right, looking back left. He will throw that way against Razone. Ball batted away. Intended for Malachi Spurrier, and Razone was right with him.
Might have got a little bit of luck on that one there, Eric, but did a good job of making sure that he didn't get the call on him.
I would hypothesize that if this was a year ago, that would have been a pass interference penalty. However, we've learned this year that things are a little bit more physical in the Mid-Columbia Conference secondary.
Well, and it's the same way as you find out in basketball. On the basketball court, they play the WIAA plays a lot, tougher basketball.
3:14 left in the first quarter. 4th down and 10. They're going to go for it from the Hermiston 36. Rolling out to the right, Cornegie. He's got his legs. He's got the first down. Runs out of bounds just short of the 20-yard line. Broken play, but Cornegie is able to make something out of nothing and keep this drive going for the Cadets.
14-yard pickup that time for Cornegie, and Hermiston did it. They have got to seal the corner. That's all there is to it. This is the same type of defense you have to have as we did against the fly sweep with Kennewick. You can't allow quickness out there to get out on your outside shoulder.
1st down and 10 at the Hermiston 22-yard line. Right hash mark set. Magalone and Reyes wide to the left side. And out alone to the right is a Spurrier. Hand off Pacheco up the middle. Pacheco barrels his way to the 18-yard line, picking up 4.
Inside the 20 down to the
They get behind those seniors, the guards, Warden Castro, and the center, Torrin Meeks. And it's actually a 5-man senior lineup on the line for them. A lot of experience. It's how Pacheco, after tonight's first handful of carries, is over 900 yards on the season. 2nd down, 6 facing Eisenhower. With Damian Pacheco behind Drew Cornegie. Cornegie, the senior quarterback, takes a snap, hands off Pacheco, bounces to his left. The jump cut, though, runs him right into Wheeler, who pulls him down along with Campbell. Flag bounces out at the end of the play from the referee, Mitch Crow.
ball spot at the 19-yard line. Second.
Personal foul
2nd and 7.
on Hermiston. Face mask penalty looks to be the indication. That microphone's not working right now, so personal foul will take it half the distance to the goal from the 19-yard line, and it is enough for a 1st down for the Cadets. With 2:17 left in the first quarter, trailing 14-0, they are now in the red zone knocking on the door, trying to get their first score.
Yeah, Hermiston is really aiding Eisenhower out on these things. They've had great defensive plays, and then they follow it up with a penalty, and a large penalty to give them the good spotting.
That's a 3rd penalty that's led to a 1st down tonight.
Yes.
And 1st down and goal from the 9-yard line. Eisenhower moves DeMario Morgan back into the backfield, the 205-pound junior. But a throw, Cornegie near far sideline, flag out, incomplete. Ball hit the ground, intended for Malachi Spurrier, plus the marker.
I think you're going to get an offensive pass interference this time. I think he got pushed. That Remmer got pushed.
Pass falls incomplete.
Or are they going to be, because of the toughness, they're going to get it? It's one of the two. Either we got it.
A holding penalty on Hermiston.
Oh, wow. That was brutal there, because Remmer got shoved off the line back there about 4 yards into the end zone.
Scott Hammond, the defensive coordinator, has had that role for the last 4 years since David Fai-Tete took over as the head coach. Hammond has been with the program for nearly a decade, last 8 years now, part of both state championship coaching staffs. Displeased with the call, which makes it 1st and goal from the 4-yard line after a half the distance penalty. A couple of tight ends in. Paco Sanchez in at H-back. He's a 210-pound junior. 205-pound junior DeMario Morgan behind Cornegie. The senior turns and hands to Morgan. Morgan jumped to his right, runs into a pile at his stop. No gain. Bradshaw pushes him down. after the hole was filled by Wyatt Nolan. He can run the ball and play a little defense too. 2-yard loss back to the 6.
Ball is back inside and outside the 5 at about the 6.
Minute 15 left in the opening quarter. Hermiston up 14 zip, trying to hang on. 2nd down and goal from the 6. Drew Reyes to the right. Jesse Magalon to the left. Tight end left, and a timeout will be taken with just under a minute remaining in the first quarter. 14-0 is Hermiston's advantage. Just the way Hermiston's offense has been moving the ball, you feel pretty confident when they've got the ball in their hands. But this series right here could be good just for defensive confidence. Last week was not the best of weeks against Chiawana, and I think the coaching staff really made that clear to the players this week that they've got to be better.
Yeah, they've got to be better, and the one thing that we're doing is when we're getting caught out on the island on the outside, that's the one thing that all of our outside guys need to do is they got to use that sideline to their advantage, which means get up there, and if you're not going to bump, then you cannot allow that guy to get inside of you or get the hip inside of them, and that's what's happened. The other thing is that Hermiston has now had 4 penalties that have given first downs in this game, and 2 of them on this drive.
2nd down and goal at the 6-yard line, right hash mark. Reyes has moved wide to the left side. And out to the right is Malachi Spurrier. They worked quite a few fade routes to the wide side of the field, but they'll hand off to Pacheco. Pacheco running right, breaks a tackle, spins and reaches for the goal line down at the 1-yard line.
Pacheco inside the 1.
3rd down and less than a yard to go for this Eisenhower team trying to get onto the scoreboard.
3rd and goal.
Final half minute of the opening quarter. And Eisenhower trying to make sure they don't go with a goose egg in quarter number 1. Cornegay with Pacheco behind him. 3rd down and goal from about a foot away. Pacheco right side, puts his shoulder down and gets into the end zone. It's a touchdown for the Eisenhower Cadets with 17 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, that time there, Eric, Hermiston cannot afford to keep doing this. If they're going to shoot themselves in the foot, they can't be expected to have that defense or the offense continue to just put Eisenhower away every drive. Right now, Hermiston is struggling a little bit on defense.
Cornegie, the senior, is the holder for Thomas Opplinger, who is 12 of 13 on point after attempts. Junior and a righty. High snap pulled down, and it is up and true. Hermiston's lead is 14-7 after the scoring drive for Eisenhower in the dying embers of the first quarter. But again, Hermiston's offense has been moving the ball at will in their first 2 drives against Eisenhower. So they get the ball back in their hands, and the best way to respond to a touchdown and maybe give your defense a little confidence is give them a little time here. Put a drive together that's got a few plays to it, and then punch another one in and get back to a 2-score lead. Next week, a road trip back to Franrich Stadium in Richland, this time to take on Hanford. Arguably the hottest team in the Mid-Columbia Conference. We've had a chance, because of the opponents Hermiston's had, to see them a couple of times on film. They throw the ball more than anybody else in the conference, and they do it really well. They returned a lot of their skill guys this year. They're a dangerous team.
They are very dangerous, and there's a reason why that they're leading, the MCC in a lot of offensive categories. It's going to be a game that Hermiston's going to have to play very well with.
Jordan Ramirez wide to the left, Giovanni Razzone to the right. Daniel Faitete got hurt last week. Had a kick return that was ripped away from him and taken down to the 1 on really the change of the entire game. Ramirez takes this kick off at the 13. He moves to his right, trying to get to the middle of the field. Does so at the 15, and he breaks a tackle, sheds another, across the 20, ends up moving the ball up to the 22-yard line.
Ramirez on the return.
Good kick by Opplinger. Put Ramirez
10 Bulldogs.
practically on the sideline where he received the kick.
Yeah, from the film, that's the deepest he's going to kick the ball against Hermiston is usually right about the 15-yard line, and if he gets anything more than that, then it's a plus for him, but he's not one that's going to boom it down, so we need to either move up a little bit more so we can, circle around that ball a little bit quicker instead of getting it on a back step.
7.6 seconds left in the first quarter, so possibly the final play of the period. Wyatt Nolan to the left shoulder of Andrew James. A senior quarterback turns and hands it to Nolan. Up the middle, Nolan rolls. Nolan breaks a tackle. He's across the 30, rumbling across the 35. Ball is out, and Eisenhower says they have it. It is a fumble and recovery. Eisenhower, with just a second left, has the ball recovered by Drew Reyes on Wyatt Nolan's fumble.
That's his first fumble of the year. Picks up 15 yards. Now, are they going to call it a fumble? Or they did finally signal a fumble there. But they're allowing this thing to go all the way to the ground before they blow a whistle down on it, Eric.
So that time, the second and third effort leads to a turnover. Hermiston's first of the game. Eisenhower down by 7. Just 9/10 of a second left in the opening quarter. Andrew Cortigi with a pistol set, rolling to his right, looking to throw. They want to score on this play after the fumble. Thrown in incomplete. Nearly intercepted, and it's the final play of the first quarter. 14-7 in favor of Hermiston after one period here on Kennison Field at Bulldog Stadium. Homecoming night as Hermiston hosts Eisenhower on AM 1360 KOHU. Didn't make it.
He didn't make it either. Thank you. Thank you for picking that up for me.
Good. From the Old West Federal Credit Union broadcast booth, Eric Olson and Sonny Leby with you on your hometown radio station, AM 1360 KOHU. We also welcome you if you joined us online on our web stream on Mixler.com and GoHermiston.com, powered by Eastern Oregon Telecom. On homecoming night, Hermiston, 2 rushing touchdowns, one for Andrew James, one for Wyatt Nolan, but Eisenhower scored. They've recovered a fumble. They have a second down and 10, and a completed screen pass to Will Yoakum that goes for about 4 yards down to the Hermiston 28-yard line. Eisenhower has a chance to tie this thing up after recovering the Nolan fumble. Nolan and Andrew James both on the near sideline. Andrew James just getting an opportunity to stay loose. Try to keep that shoulder as loose as possible. He's going to throw a lot of pitches in the bullpen today. Third down and 6, probably 4-down territory. Play action. Cortigi throws near sideline. Ball swatted away by Jordan Ramirez. Drew Reyes was the intended receiver, and I thought Ramirez did that one perfectly. That wasn't even a too early and get away with it kind of play. He hit that just on time.
Yeah, he did. He got that hand out there and was able to go ahead and knock that ball away from the receiver. Great fake, though, by Cortigi that time. He had Hermiston's defensive line going completely in a different direction.
Eisenhower's offense will stay out there on the 33-yard line, left hash mark, 4th down and 6. D'Anthony Smith-Gary to the left along with Malachi Spurrier. 2 more receiver options to the right for Cornegie. Pacheco, the deep man. Cornegie to throw. Over the middle, slant play knocked away. Actually hit the hands of Ramirez, well, the hand of Ramirez, but he was trying to line up Smith-Gary for the hit. And it's a turnover on downs either way for Hermiston. They survive the fumble and get the ball back.
That was big. That was big. You know, knowing that Andrew is hurt right now, you know, probably not going to go, you know, for broke on this thing. But I would look to go ahead and go back to what we did. Get that quick pitch to Ramirez out there and let him create.
3 receiver options left, 1st down and 10. Nolan to the left shoulder of James. The senior quarterback slaps his hands together. Blitz coming right up the middle. Hand off to Nolan. Nolan got hit in the backfield. They brought 7 on the play, and it was the big boy, Christian Sobranes, who got to Nolan and dropped him for a loss of 2.
Yeah, that time there, when they load the box like that, Eric, that's when Andrew's got to be able to go ahead and use that knowledge that he has that, hey, this is time to check off the play.
Chase Bartley wide to the left side. 3 receivers that way. Bartley, the transfer to Hermiston from West Lynn this year. Quarterback keeper running right side. Andrew James has a block at the 40. 50-yard line down the far sideline into Eisenhower territory. He will run out of bounds. Shepherded out by Timothy Harrison. And out on the far sideline, a fantastic seal block put in by Trent Pitney.
33-yard pickup that time by Andrew James. Nice fake and run.
But what Pitney did to peel back and just seal the edge for James, it makes that 34 instead of 5 or 6. 1st down and 10 from the Eisenhower 36-yard line. James with 3 receivers stacked to his left. Hands off. Nolan running left side. Sheds a tackler across the 30 and to the 28-yard line. Nolan runs for 7.
Inside the 32, about the 28.
Clock spinning. About 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Hermiston looking to add on to their 14-7 lead. Homecoming night in Eisenhower, their only non-conference game. What we have in front of us here tonight down on Kennison Field. 2 receivers right, Bartley alone to the left. 2nd down at about 2. Nolan takes the handoff. Nolan left side, spun down at the 20-yard line. Stopped by Harrison again. Check that. That was Opplinger that time. But Nolan picks up 6 or 7 and moves the chains for Hermiston. 1st and 10 from the 20.
1st and 10 on right now at the 20.
Yeah, they gave him 8 on the pick that time, and great run by Wyatt on the spin and pull ahead.
Walshley, Ramirez, and Pitney wide to the right side. Yabani Razone alone to the left. 1st down and 10. Nolan motioned out of the backfield to the right side. Throw back near sideline to Razone's hands. He's got the blocker. 10, 5, touchdown Hermiston. Andrew James, the screenplay to Yabani Razone. Fake to the right, back to the left, down the line to the end zone. And a 2-score lead again for Hermiston.
And that's how it's got to go. I mean, Andrew has got to be able to, that's how we're going to have to best use Andrew tonight, is with that quick pass and not having to have him throw hard to any place. And a good job that time of reading the defense, and great job by Razone picking up the 1 block, stepping inside, and going the distance.
Juan Carlos Navarrete to add the extra point, and it's up. Bright goalpost and in. 21-7 with 9 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the second quarter. This is Bulldog football at AM 1360 KOHU.
Hey, if I ask for an extra credit to learn the fight song, okay, learn the fight song. Oh, you can hear me. Yeah. Never mind. I stopped talking. You can't even hear me.
What was that, 15?
20.
20. Okay, was that? That's right.
Should I take away now? It's free up there.
2-score lead again for Hermiston, 21-7 with 9:24 left. Juan Carlos Navarrete, a high kick that will bounce a step into the end zone and give the ball to the Eisenhower Cadets on the 20-yard line. You know, that's the biggest change. Those first couple of weeks, Navarrete, he was kicking more of a line drive, and he was getting about half of them into the end zone, but half of them that weren't into the end zone, it was harder for the coverage team to get downfield. Now he's kicking it higher, and it's more of a ballooning kick that if he doesn't get it into the purple here on Kennison Field, the defense is able to get down there and cover that kick better.
Yeah, and the Hermiston team has gotten much, much better with their kick coverage team of getting down there and cutting the lanes out.
First down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Cortigi will turn and hand off to Pacheco, who is pulled down by Nathan Wheeler after a 4-yard gain to the 24-yard line.
Pressure on the 24.
The first down, Eisenhower's obviously down by 2 scores, but they're winning a lot of first down run plays.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're actually beating us off their line of scrimmage. I mean, they are big up front. They average 255 across the front of their offensive line, so they're a pretty good size.
Second down and 6. Cortigi turns and hands to Pacheco again up the middle. This time he runs into problems in the presence of Campbell and Wisner. Still gets 2 yards out of the deal. And then another yard on the spot. So the 27 instead of the 26. Give him 3 yards on the carry instead of 2. And third down and 3 with 8.5 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, they need instant replay back there for instant spots.
No challenge flag coming out from the Hermiston sideline. They just want to win this third down and 3. Cortigi changes the play. Senior quarterback bends in front, has the ball, looks to throw near sideline, one-on-one for Reyes, too far, incomplete. Remmer and Reyes were in a one-on-one, and there was no safety over the top. I don't think Cortigi makes a wrong decision by switching into the play, but just didn't put enough air under the ball on the throw.
No, that was a great switch up on the play. He got Remmer out here all on his own. And unfortunately, Remmer missed the bump at the line, and that receiver was 4 yards deep.
8:06 left in the second quarter. Our first punt of the game. Thomas Opplinger will boot one away. A high kick. Giovanni Rosone takes it at the 32-yard line, near sideline 40, 45, and he's swung down from behind by Reyes. 47-yard line is where they say he gets it to. Rosone was this close to calling for a fair catch, and the Eisenhower coaching staff is saying he waved his hand there.
It was close. It definitely was.
He waved his hand kind of like when I ask a question to try to start a discussion in language arts class, any hands that go up only go up about shoulder height.
Alligator.
Yeah. 7:55 left second quarter, 21-7, and Hermiston trying to add on to their 2-touchdown lead with this first down and 10 from the 47-yard line. Left hash mark set. Andrew James with White and only to his right. 3 receiver options right. The defensive line shifts over towards the right side for them, left side for Hermiston, and so Nolan shifts over to the left shoulder. And James will keep it running left side away from the shift. He's down the near sideline, and he will step out of bounds. Spun out just across the 40-yard line. About a 15-yard pickup for Andrew James, and it'll move the chains for the Bulldogs.
You know, that's the thing. Andrew James picked that, changed that play out there because he saw how the linebackers and what they were doing, flip-flopping on the line. So he put Wyatt on the other side, gave the nice little ball fake, and Andrew had it all clear by himself.
First down and 10 And for James, he's now over 900 yards, he's over 400 yards rushing on the season. Had 351 coming into the game, 65 tonight. First down and 10, handoff. Nolan this time running left and across the 35-yard line. He's pulled down by the cornerback, Roberto De La Fuente, a senior for this Eisenhower cadet team.
Yeah, 4-yard pickup for Wyatt again. That's his ninth carry on the night, Eric. Already 132 yards on the night.
He's already crossed 1,000 yards for the season. Andrew James needed 154 passing to get 1,000 through the air in Week 7. Not all in Week 7. That'd be a record. Second down and 6 to go from the 34. Blitz up the middle. James keeps it. Big hole, 30-yard line. Edges to his left at the 20. He's got a defensive back on his backside. 5-10. Well, 10-5 touchdown. What a run by Andrew James. 34 yards. And he had De La Fuente dancing. But it wasn't a tango that he liked very much.
And that puts Andrew over 100 yards on the night himself tonight, Eric. Good job of doing the read option and just reading it very well. Made one very good cut, and then it was off to the races.
It's James' second rushing touchdown of the game, and now 7 and 8 on the season. Juan Carlos Navarrete. Snap was a little bit behind Jordan Ramirez, but he pulls it back around, and Navarrete pulls it through to extend the lead to 28-7 with 6:57 on the clock in the second quarter. I would say if,
6:57.
and I don't venture into Saturday morning meetings, I like to have a cooling period. You do, but I would guess that probably the most maligned of the units from last week, the offensive line really had a rough week as a unit against Chihuahua.
Yes, they did, and they're looking much better tonight. They're not getting, the offensive line isn't getting beat off the ball so badly as they did last week, and they're getting a lot more physical. I tell you, this Eisenhower defensive and offensive lines are really a physical bunch, and Hermiston is finally taking a little bit of control, getting some pushback, and with that zone block, they're getting the push outside.
Yeah, that was what I was leading to. Tonight they're doing a fantastic job. Over 200 yards on the ground, well over 200 yards on the ground for Hermiston with 6:57 left in the second quarter, and the Bulldogs lead is 28-7. Juan Carlos Navarrete trying to get the crowd into it. Has back to receive D'Anthony Smith-Gary and Malachi Spurrier. Last couple have been into the end zone. Kicking towards the west end. I think he likes this end better. That one's also, it's going to bounce and check up, come back like a wedge shot. Picked up by Smith-Gary. He slips and falls short of the 15-yard line. We said it's so much higher and it's got so much more spin than he had in weeks 1, 2, and 3. That one hit like I wish a wedge shot would hit, and it came straight back.
Yeah, great job that time, of getting in and giving, especially when Hermiston's he was able to get up in there, get in the lanes, and pin him back inside the 15-yard line.
That's better than a touchback.
Yeah, it is. That was a great kick.
Almost exactly 60 yards kicked. 15-yard line is where Drew Cornegie and the Cadets will start. First down and 10. Looks like Cornegie changes the play again. One receiver to his left. He's looking that way. He'll throw deep sideline, underthrown. Yabani Razone picks it off. Razone saw they wanted to switch over to Spurrier in the one-on-one, and Razone said, bring it, and he took it.
Nice job by Razone. That was just an absolutely great job of getting back and reading that, keeping the guy on his hip, and then going up and being physical with it.
Spurrier hobbles over to the sideline, but Razone with the interception means Hermiston's got it at the 37, trying to add to the 28-7 lead with 6:47 left in quarter number 2. 3 receiver options left. Nolan and James in the backfield. James barking signals. Slaps his hands together, looking to throw. Dumps it off, screen play, dropped. 2nd down and 10 coming Hermiston's way
2nd and 10.
after the incompletion.
His first incompletion of the night. His first incompletion of the night, and it was just, unfortunate. Wyatt had it right there, and he had some yardage looking at him up off that right side, but just not to happen.
Same formation, 3 out to the left side for Andrew James. Nolan is to his right shoulder this time, and Nolan and James in the backfield. James will keep it pushed down the right hash mark and end up making a little bit out of nothing and pick up 2 for Hermiston.
Yeah, that time there, Eisenhower had 2 guys, looked like both spying on Andrew and Wyatt. Both of them got hit and tackled on that play, so either way you look at it, it wasn't a bad decision by Andrew because Wyatt wasn't going anywhere either.
Nolan around to the left shoulder of James again. Trips to the left, a man alone to the right side for Andrew on 3rd down and 8. James to throw, quickly over the middle, caught by Walshley. Walshley at the 25, breaks the tackle at the 20, spins off another at the 15-yard line. Walshley still at his feet and finally pulled down around the 13. Garrett Walshley, first catch of the night. He got pulled down by Will Yoakum, who had a nice hit on him. The 2 tap each other on the helmet, congratulating the good contact both ways, but what a spin cycle that Garrett Walshley just put the cadets on.
Nice 18-yard pickup that time by Walshley.
1st down and 10, 5:50 left in the 2nd quarter. Hermiston looking to add to the 28-7 lead. Nolan to the left shoulder. Blitz shown right up the middle. It'll be handed to Nolan. Get out to the outside right side. He's across the 10 at the 5. Stumbles out of bounds. Shoved out last by Spurrier. Inside the 5, and they'll say out at about the 4.5-yard line. I think it's just short of 1st down yardage.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to see what he's doing there because it looked like he was actually at about the 8.
Out of bounds about the 3-yard line.
Oh, 9-yard pickup.
9-yard pickup, 2nd down and a yard. The tail of the ball is on the right hash mark at the 4-yard line. James and Nolan, it's one of those 2 you got to think. Blitz coming right up the middle from Eisenhower. James hands to Nolan. Nolan running left, and he's pulled down, picking up a yard, but it's enough for a 1st down. Right into the paws of Paco Sanchez.
Good for the 1st and 10.
It'll be 1st down and goal from the 3. Cody Thacker will switch off. And now we have a stoppage. Looks like an official stoppage here. I think they haven't decided if they want to make it official that this is a 1st down. A circuitous route for Mitch Crow, the white hat, to walk all the way down to the line judge
And go
and
first
then
down.
circle all the way around the ball to look at it over the top of the ball towards the sticks and say, okay, yeah, let's make it 1st and goal. That was like a throwback for the captain, the honorary captains here on homecoming night to before we had field turf when sometimes you couldn't see the hash marks. 1st down and goal. Wide Nolan running right. Touchdown Hermiston.
Not even touched.
Great job on that side, and it really looked like Sergio Rosales was the one who sealed off Nolan's direct route to the end zone with 5:24 left in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, that was just that was probably one of their better blocked plays, believe it or not. Even though we've had some big runs, that was probably one of their better block plays where he doesn't get touched at all. You know, the other ones they've made contact, and he's made a lot of yards after contact.
Problems, Ramirez rolling right, throws it up into the end zone, a jump ball, and incomplete on the scramble play. So a 2-point conversion fails, and Hermiston's lead is 34-7 with 5:24 left in the 2nd quarter. But if you're Hermiston, things are going exactly how you would have drawn them up for homecoming night.
You're wanting it that way, yes, and you want to try and put this thing away as quick as you possibly can, just to be able to get, like we talked about in pregame, Andrew James some rest time. Get some time out of there for Wyatt Arnold. I mean, for
Wyatt Nolan.
Wyatt Nolan, excuse me.
Maybe Ryan Arnold as well.
Yeah, and
they could all use a break.
Some of these seniors out of there that usually have to go both ways quite a bit of the time, and get them out of there and let them get a little bit of a rest, and when the game's not in hand anymore.
So it's still a couple of scores away, but it is obviously important to pay attention to, because on the Ranch and Home scoreboard, the freshman team won today 41-13, but they had a 41-0 lead at halftime, which meant the second half was running clock the whole way. That would be the ultimate goal, is to honestly let the seniors take a curtain call, because probably in 2 weeks, when Kamiakin's here, there's not going to be a chance for a curtain call for anybody when playoffs are on the line. Juan Carlos Navarrete to kick it away. His last one was incredibly nice looking. This one's a low wobbler near sideline, and it's picked up by a running back going the wrong way. Stephen Abb, the sophomore, had that ball in his hands at the 25. He is tackled at the 15-yard line. He'll be charitably given the 17. That was a sophomore up man returning that ball.
Yeah, that was a mistake, trying to get all the way around the corner, and they are gonna put it at.
They're gonna put it at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, he was pointing down there towards the 15, and good job that time. Even he looked up whenever he kicked that ball. So.
Well, I mean, after you do what you did the last time, it's hard not to look and watch the shot the next time. First down and 10. Cornegie turns and hands off to Pacheco, hit in the backfield by Bradshaw. Cornegie somehow spins into a yard gain. 5:10 left in the first half. 34-7 is the Hermiston advantage.
Taken down for about a 2-yard gain.
Pacheco does a really nice job. He ends up getting spotted at the 19-yard line. They give him 2. Second and 8. Near sideline, Malachi Spurriel will be the lone receiver. Ray is up top to the left. Turn in hand to Pacheco down the middle. Pacheco bounces off of a tackler and runs across the 25 near the 26-yard line. Third and short facing the Cadets. Eisenhower has 2 of their timeouts remaining. Hermiston has the full complement of 3
3rd and 2
here in the first half.
Looked like the stop that time by Tyson Salinas, playing that inside right linebacker over there. Getting the teams together a little bit, maybe getting a little bit chippy out there, who knows, but that looks like what they're doing is giving a little bit of instruction on, toning it down just a little bit, play hard, but play clean.
Yeah, Mitch Crow, the referee, he's got the Sharks and the Jets out there, or in this case, the Cadets and the Bulldogs. On your KOHU Sports Bingo card, you can check off Broadway for tonight. 3rd down and 2. First down yarders for Pacheco, and he keeps his feet churning across the 35. What a run. Pacheco picks up 12.
That's a tough play for Walshley to come all the way over there and get that ball, get that tackle from where he was at.
3 minutes, 54 seconds left before halftime. So, for those of you in the general vicinity of Kennison Field, you're probably about 15 minutes away from the fireworks show. Just, batten down the hatches. First down and 10 from the 37. Delayed handoff to Pacheco up the middle. Big hole, he's at the 45. 50, cuts to his left and gets around another tackler. Pulled down from behind. The saving stop made by Salinas. Scott Hammond frantically working his way down the sideline. He and Gary Poston, who worked together to call the defense and signal it in. And Hermiston needs a timeout. They had an injury and they didn't have enough personnel on the field, so they will take their first timeout with 3 minutes and 46 seconds left in the second quarter. And Damian Pacheco is starting to get rolling here for the Eisenhower Cadets on this drive.
Actually, Hermiston had too many men on the field.
They personnel switched too many guys?
Yeah, they had 13 on the field at the time.
Is that not allowed?
Nah, I think only in rugby.
No, Aussie rules football, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, 13, good advantage for us, but, what the heck. I tell you what, Pacheco on that offensive line, they have come alive in this last drive.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of fight in them, and I know that Coach Fatete is out there,
Can you not hear me?
maybe lighting a little bit of fire into them, telling them to refocus. It's not halftime yet, so don't quit playing.
Well, and part of the message, this is a two-sided coin. Yeah, the offense has scored on all but one drive here in the first half, but you guys got to do your part too.
Yep.
First down and 10 from the 40-yard line in Hermiston territory. Pacheco again running right. Trouble this time. Hit and drop. Campbell for the loss. Wyatt Nolan was out there on the pursuit along with Cody Weisner to allow Campbell to finish off Pacheco for a loss of 1.
And the stop for the Bulldogs, number 3.
Nice job that time again. Every time Pacheco gets that big yard. And that was a good tune-up by the Hermiston coaching staff, getting him out there, getting him settled down, and get him to play the game like it's supposed to be.
3:15 left in the first half. Bulldogs holding on to a 34-7 lead. Cadets have had some success with Damian Pacheco, who's behind Cornegie. Pistol set. Second down and long, handoff. Pacheco running right. Pacheco pulls his way through a couple of arms and up to the 37-yard
Back
line.
inside the 40 to the 37-yard
Picks up
line.
4, 3rd and 7 facing Eisenhower. However, it's 4-down territory for them.
3rd and 7.
Nice tackle that time by Wyatt Nolan.
Bulldog defense has forced a turnover on downs in this game. They've got an interception. They've recovered a fumble. Cornegie bends at the waist, takes the snap, fakes a throw. Now he'll go deep. Reyes got behind Rimmer. Reyes catches it. Reyes into the end zone. A touchdown on the pump and go from 37 yards out for the Eisenhower Cadets.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Eric. You can't, if you're going to go out there on the island by yourself, you cannot miss the bump at the line if that's the way you're going to play this game. What happens is it makes it a lot easier to run an offense.
Well, and it looked like Remmer he bit on that little pump by Cornegie right after he caught it. And that hesitation move left Remmer in the dirt. Opplinger's extra point is good.
It was good.
34-14, Hermiston's 20-point lead with 2:15 left in the first half. Still plenty of time for the offense, who has 2 timeouts. So for Hermiston, they've had the offense do a lot of good things. I was talking to Scott Hammond before the game, and you're almost kind of cautiously going into conversation. What did you think about last week? And don't want to kind of open up the hornet's nest here, but at the same time, he's like, we're not consistent enough.
Yeah.
Are you ASB? All right, ASB's here for halftime. They're gonna hang out for a couple of minutes, and we're gonna talk about the week that has been, homecoming week here in Hermiston. They've joined us now in the Old West Federal Credit Union broadcast booth with 2:15 left in the second quarter. Hermiston 34, Eisenhower 14.
See, and our deep men have got to come up. Razone's got to come up to the 15, as well as Ramirez is at right now. He does not have that big a leg to get it over the top of these guys.
Opplinger, right-footed kicker. He sets it up on his right hash mark. Ramirez is to the left and Razone to the right. Ramirez is the one that Opplinger is aimed for the last time. Ramirez again, round the 10. He'll take it right at the numbers. Moving to the middle. Now cuts back to his left at the 20, 25. Comes around a blocker. It's Remmer at the 35, 40. He's got a seam down the near sideline. There's a 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Hermiston! A return of 90 yards for Jordan Ramirez. You and I both saw the same thing. It was the tee sitting right in the middle of the park. And I was like, oh no, it's coming back. So they had been running on those kicks. They'd been running right and then trying to move to the middle of the field on those kickoffs. That time they switched it to the near sideline, and it worked out perfectly.
Yes, it did. And, Hermiston that time, Jordan was able to get to the sideline, make the one cut in, and then got back to the sideline, and that just had enough to outrun, that deep man that should have had, I guess they'd call you gunner on the outside, just outrun the gunner on the left side of Eisenhower's kickoff return team.
And Remmer, who was the one who got beat on the pass play, he's the one who set the block that sprung Ramirez. Ramirez's hold is good. Navarrete's kick is good. And Hermiston's lead is, for them, good again at 41-14. 2 minutes left. We got a full house here. Also going to join us during halftime, Scott Ramsey is one of the honorary captains. Sonny's going to welcome him in here. So we're going to talk to Scott Ramsey. We're going to talk to the ASB's Jaden Ray and Violet Mitchell tonight about homecoming. There's going to be, some fireworks as well, more so than what's just going on down at the field. And the Bulldogs, at 41-14, you're back out to the lead that's getting a little closer, but you need 2 more scores if you want to get to the 40 points before we get to the break. And that would be running clock in the second half. You're kind of getting greedy, or I'm kind of getting greedy if that's what you're talking about, but I'm greedy. Juan Carlos Navarrete's got it teed, and he will kick it away again. High spinning kick right around the 1, taken by Smith Gary up the middle at the 15. He's got a seam at the 20, 25, hammered right at the 25-yard line. And the welcome to kickoff team was from Tyson Salinas. With 1:53 left in the second quarter. Now Eisenhower has their 2 timeouts remaining as well.
25-yard line.
That's one thing, Eric, that we are doing much better. Tyson is doing a good job of making sure he gets out there and making himself known and just getting the job done.
First down and 10. Andrew Cornegie will have his H-back to his left. Paco Sanchez is in. Damian Pacheco, the deep man, on 1st and 10. Cornegie looking to throw. Far sideline behind Reyes, incomplete. Wow. Reyes didn't expect the pass coming. He slipped, trying to turn back to the ball. Razone tripped over him. A comedy of errors, and nobody was laughing.
Razone was going for the ball. He saw that, Cornegie or that Reyes had not turned around, couldn't see the ball. He was trying to get to it as hard as he could.
Second down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Maglon and Smith Gary wide to the left side. Spurrier and Reyes to the right. Empty backfield for Cornegie. Notes, check that. Pacheco was hiding behind him. Now step behind him. Pacheco comes out of the backfield looking to receive as well. Rolling to his right. Cornegie throws back across his body, incomplete for Reyes. Third down and 10. The dangerous thing here is
Once again, falls incomplete.
if this play ends up a negative play or a nothing play, Hermiston can call a timeout. They're going to get the ball back with some time left in this first half.
Yeah, they still got the 2 timeouts, I believe, left in this first half. And nice thing is their punter hasn't shown to have that good a leg on him. So
no, he boomed the 1.
Well, because we didn't get back there where we should have.
Third down and 10. Pistol set. Cornegie looking to throw again. It was going to be a quarterback draw. Done well by Hermiston and Campbell. Near sideline, though, Cornegie, 35. It'll step out of bounds. First down yardage. Shepherded out by Guillermo Garay on the play, but Cornegie, who was supposed to run up the middle, and Campbell filled that hole, ends up making something out of nothing and gets it to the 38.
Third down run of 13 for their 14th first down of this first half, Eric. They've played very well except for the turnovers.
Bulldogs by 27 with 96 seconds remaining in the first half. Cadets and the Bulldogs each have 2 timeouts. 2 receivers left. Sanchez in the backfield along with Pacheco and Cornegie. The senior slaps his hands together, bends at the waist, hands in front, takes a snap, straight drop, looking to throw, screen set up, dumps it off near sideline for Pacheco. Pacheco's got a seam at the 50, gets another block, cross into Hermiston territory, pulled down from behind by Arnold at the 42-yard line in Hermiston territory. Wheeler helps out on the stop.
The 42-yard line of the Bulldogs.
What's the saying? If it's too easy, then something's wrong?
Yep.
First down and 10. Cadets going quickly. Cornegie in the tempo offense, takes another step, hands off to Pacheco up the middle. Pacheco edges to his left, fights across the 40-yard line before he stood up.
Pacheco.
They get him forward progress all the way down to the across the 38.
Inside the 40 to the 38.
And a second down and 6. Eisenhower letting the clock spin. 1:05 left in the second period. Trying to hold on to their 2 timeouts. They got to go quicker, though. A little bit of discombobulation. Cornegie now ready. 2nd and 6 from the 38 to throw. Left side, deep ball into a pocket and a completion for Cornegie. He finds the hands of Jesse Magalon, the first catch for the senior tonight, and it's down to the 16-yard line. 21-yard pickup, first down and 10. Cornegie takes a snap, play action, pump fakes, looking to roll to the right side. Now Cornegie's got it on his feet and he'll run out of bounds at the 17-yard line. He'll lose a yard. 39 seconds remaining.
What did he do?
They know they're allowed to use them, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Inside the 20 to the 18.
You know, you never know, though, Eric. We've seen stranger things in stranger games, and wow.
Second down, and they marked him out at the 18. Wasn't a great spot for Cornegie on the scramble. Smith-Gary to the left, Reyes and Spurrier. Now Smith-Gary's moved out to the right side. He's the lone receiver that way. Pacheco and Sanchez in the backfield. It'll be Pacheco up the middle right side. Breaks a tackle and another. Comes to his right. He's shoved down across the 10-yard line by Ramirez. Down to the 8, and a timeout is called.
Yeah, we're kind of getting eaten alive right now in the middle, and whenever you have to have Ramirez and Walshley come up from deep, you're in big trouble there.
28.7 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Who's braver? Huh? Yeah. Maybe I should have made Jaden do it just because her hair's under a cap, but that's okay. So with us, Violet Mitchell, member of Hermiston's ASB. What's your role?
I'm a sophomore representative in the Hermiston ASB.
All right, what's homecoming week been like for you?
It's been great. We're trying to just change the culture, get everyone hyped for the football game. Of course, we have our dance on Saturday, so all our activities are centered around that, and we're just trying to have a good turnout this year.
What's it been like being on ASB as a sophomore?
It's amazing. The team is great. We're all very supportive of our school and all have the same goal. We just want to improve everyone's life at HHS and really support everyone.
All right, Violet, hang out with us here. 28 seconds left out of the timeout. Cornegie looking to throw. Slant play over the middle into the end zone. Caught, touchdown by Jesse Maglon. So Eisenhower gets another one back. They were able to move the ball down the field pretty easy, Sonny.
Yeah, way too easy. I mean, it's almost like Hermiston went back into definitely a prevent type defense, but you don't put your defense clear back in the end zone and expect that the slant's not going to get hit.
So the slant does get hit, and now Opplinger to add the extra point and cut Hermiston's lead back down to 20. 24.4 seconds left. Opplinger's kick does slice between the goalposts, and it's 41-21. So here, Sonny, why don't you give Jaden yours here during this pause, and so we'll get Jaden Ray in as well, along with Violet Mitchell with Hermiston's ASB. And what I'm doing is we're talking now, and we'll get you back down there so that you guys can cheer for dresses and princesses and eventually a queen here tonight. So what's been the best thing you've seen of all the things that make up homecoming week? Violet, you've been talking, so I'll let you go first here, because you're already in a mode. We'll let Jaden kind of think about it. Best thing you've seen?
It's got to be those football players dancing out there with that dance team. You know, and they really put it all out there, and they're not afraid to go all out, and it makes the best show.
All right, Jaden, what about you?
I'd have to agree with her on that, but I really enjoy seeing all the students participate, or majority of students participate in all the the spirit activities we have. We have a huge turnout tonight at the football game. I think we're going to have a huge turnout at homecoming. I think it's just overall student participation and staff participation.
So it's the football players and the dance team together. You had the bonfire, tug of war, whatever Mr. Harshberger did yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And
lip sync battle. Oh, yeah.
so lip sync battle, but it seemed like he was air bagpiping the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't remember any actual lip syncing.
You know, he brings something new to the table every year, and it's always a great show, you know. You can guarantee he's going to make us laugh, so always love having our teachers out there.
Opplinger kicks off to Yabani Razone. His return gets it up to the 28-yard line. 15.7 seconds left. 41-21, Hermiston's advantage. So homecoming's been this big thing, but talk to me about 2 weeks from now. The thing about Kamiakin, of all the new teams, is their student section is the most, let's say, developed. They're run king. How do you guys, as a ASB and as a student section, how do you beat Run Kano? Tell me after this first down and 10 play. Andrew James with White, Nolan to his right shoulder. 3 receivers right, and Razone alone to the left from the 29-yard line. James slaps his hands together, turns hands off to Nolan. Nolan running lefty. He got tripped up. Pulled down in the middle by Christian Soberanes. And Hermiston's going to say, we'll make that the last play of the half. So at halftime, 41-21 is the score line. Homecoming halftime festivities are coming your way. But let's get the answer before we go into the break. So, Hermiston student section against Run Kano. What's the game plan?
You know, coming off of our state championship last year, we've had more and more turnout at our games, and the energy is amazing. It's amazing to be out there watching our dogs, you know, and we try and get as many people up there. We send buses, we get everyone hyped, we plan cheers, and we're just going to see how it goes.
All right.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's the same thing I was thinking too. Just the excitement of all the students and the huge turnout is just impressive. And I think if we get a lot more students there, then it'll just be as equal as Run Kano.
You two had no idea when you were getting ready to come to this game you were going to get sent up here by Mr. Rorman, so we appreciate you coming and talking Hermiston ASB.
Of course.
Great festivities so far. Enjoy the rest of the game. Enjoy the dance.
Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
we'll hopefully see you guys against Run Kano here in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Yep, definitely will.
Jaden Ray, Violet Mitchell with us here on AM 1360 KOHU and GoHermiston.com. It is halftime. Put 20 on the clock. We got a fireworks show that's coming your way in about 10 minutes or so. When we come back, we are going to have a live interview here in the studio. Hermiston by 20 on homecoming night over the Eisenhower Cadets. We come back live to Kennison Field after this. And the Tom Denchel Ford Country Halftime Show starts on AM 1360 KOHU. Do you want to do the interview? Okay. Well, you jump in too. We got 2 minutes.
Hey, Scott. Sarah Golson.
Hey, Scott. Nice to meet you.
This is your second interview of the night. See, Annie already cornered you on the field.
Yeah, she got me down there. KOHU. Still alive.
Yep. Yeah, this is my 14th year.
Bill Bighouse and Rick Sherman.
Yep. He was one of the best sports writers they had. So you guys spending the night out here tonight? Driving back tonight?
Back home.
Wow.
Opening day hunt season tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I can imagine. Have you decided you're going to slow down at all?
I retired once already, but good to stay away, man.
Well, when they
turned down about 5 jobs, and then finally, when the Nationals called, it was kind of a no-brainer.
yeah.
Could double my retirement.
Okay.
Tom Denchel Ford Country halftime show. Hermiston 41, Eisenhower 21. It's
Okay.
oh, he probably you hear us. Okay, yeah. A little more. There we go.
Okay.
We are joined by honorary captain Scott Ramsey of the class of 1979. And give me just a moment, Scott, because one of the new things that I have to mention, because this has not happened since Kennison opened, there are some people that are going to panic when I say this. There are Corvettes on the track right now. The court is being brought in on the track. Don't worry, ladies at the cottage. I'm going to tell you about dresses and princesses here, but I've got Scott Ramsey with me. Football and baseball, 3-time all-conference in baseball, twice in football, all-state selection in baseball. Now, you still dabble a little bit in baseball as a regional scout, the West Regional Supervisor and Canadian National Supervisor for the Washington Nationals. Scott, how long has it been since you've been back to a Hermiston game?
Football-wise, this is the first one since I got out of high school.
Oh, wow.
But I went to a baseball game a couple years ago. I went and watched a kid from West Lynn, and they were playing here during spring break. So
I remember that game. It was quite a drive for that for how that game ended up turning out. So, what you have all these accolades from your time at Hermiston. What's your memories? What's the first one that kind of jumps to the top of your head when you think about your time as a Bulldog?
You kind of think of the most positive memories first, I guess. My junior season, going clear to the quarterfinals and losing 2-1 to Madison, and it was kind of a bad loss as far as we should have won that game and stuff. We had a lot of talent that year, especially on the mound, and it hurt. That was our one thing. I think we thought during those years with that class being a senior year and the junior class behind them, I thought, we always kind of looked forward to that year that we thought we could win the whole thing, and we probably should have, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. It would be silly to ask what's different about this high school from then to now. What surprises you as you're here tonight for your first football game since, 1979?
Driving through town, everything's different. Coming, seeing the new high school, I saw the middle school a few years ago, but it was just kind of an in-town, out-of-town, go to the next game deal for baseball. But I'm just stunned at this facility here and the high school and just everything. The size of the kids, I'm amazed. I walked down there on the field early before the game, and I looked around, and I remember our line averaged about 175 pounds.
So that's all it ever did, for Hermiston. Most of the time it was that big, 175, maybe 180 pounds.
It's something about that Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I think.
Well, finally we're starting to see some linebackers that look like linebackers in my 12 years here, so it's progress for sure. So what is the West Regional Supervisor and Canadian National Supervisor for the Washington Nationals? What do you do?
We have area supervisors in different parts of the West. So we have a guy in the Northwest, a guy in Northern California, 2 guys in Southern Cal, and a Four Corners guy, which would be New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, Southern Nevada. And they go around in their areas. They're what we call area supervisors, and they turn in reports on all the players that we are interested in drafting, and what I do is I bounce around and look at the West Coast guys, the top guys, and kind of decide where we line them up, how much we're going to give them in the draft, kind of what they're worth. And then the national job in Canada, I'm just the national guy for the entire country of Canada, so I do the same thing there, but we have a West region Canadian guy and an East region guy. I just got back from Toronto a couple weeks ago, so it's pretty good deal. A lot of country covered, but I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. I've been doing this a long time. So
see, Eric, and he just got in from Phoenix. This is how much he travels an awful lot. That's why I was really surprised we were able to corral you at home. I gave the name to the secretary in there, and I was really surprised that knowing this was the winter program, you were going to be at home. And then when she got the message back, I was in the office, in fact, when she was talking with you, and she said that you were in Phoenix. I said, oh my goodness.
Yeah, you guys got me out of staying through Sunday. So I jumped on a plane last night and flew in. I got home about midnight, and then my wife and I jumped in the car today and drove down from Spokane, and we're going to head back tonight to Spokane and go to the next step.
How's your boys team look for this year?
My boy is not coaching at Whitworth anymore.
He's not. That's a new one.
Yeah, Dan left Whitworth last January and took a managing job in the Minnesota Twins organization. And as of a month ago, he is now the Northwest Area Supervisor of Scouting for the Diamondbacks.
Wow. It's in the blood. It's in the blood. Was he at the meeting with you guys down there?
He's actually still down there right now.
Oh, he is.
He's watching the Arizona Fall League, all the super prospects. So.
Oh, awesome. That is good news. Good news. Well, that surprised me that he wasn't still there. I didn't get a chance to see the Whitworth Pirates play this year. Well, I was up in Spokane a couple of times again, but just for a quick day trip and back.
Yeah, they were really good this year. They had 3 guys drafted, 2 in the top 10. Solid program. They had the 2 hardest throwers actually in the Northwest. One kid was up to 98, and the other one sat about 94, 96. Big 6'10" right now.
Close to what you threw.
Yeah, well,
you were pretty close to the mid-90s. You threw probably I was Charlie. You met down there earlier. We were talking about it, and I was saying that other than Boyd Woodard, who played here in the early 70s, you threw the ball harder than anybody else I saw off the mound that went through Hermiston.
Yeah, I'm just glad radar guns weren't invented then. Let you believe what you want, right?
Oh, you can believe by what we heard on the glove.
Yeah.
That was for sure.
Well, baseball is my first love, so I have like a billion different questions to ask, but not enough time to ask all of them. So let me ask you this, because this is what you do. We have lots of people who listen, they're parents who dream. What's the best piece of advice you can give to some parent? They've got They got a 10-year-old who's playing some travel ball. He's popping the ball a little bit. What's the best route to get there? Specialization? How do you talk to these parents, especially the younger ones that haven't quite got necessarily right in front of your eye all the time?
My suggestion, number one, is to remember it's a game. I kind of shy away from those kids whose dads or moms are against the backstop yelling at them all the time. And the other thing is, I'm not a big guy, and neither is Major League Baseball, on kids specializing. Especially in these small towns, these good athletes, they need to play every sport that they can.
How many Corvettes do we have? Jeez.
The reason I say that, I think it increases their competitiveness. It helps their agility. It keeps them in shape in the off season. That competitive, little drive that they've got. I just think it's just really important. So I always hear this, well, he's got to do it because he's got to keep up. And you know what? If you're a guy, somebody's going to see you, whether it's a junior college, a 4-year smaller college, a D1 school. If you're good enough, it's going to happen. And you're not going to make somebody something better just by spending a ton of money. So you can't buy it.
Scott, we appreciate you coming up here. It was nice to meet you. Good to see you and Sonny kind of go back and forth. I'll turn your guys' mics off now and let you guys talk. Well, I do what is the most important part of my job, according to some people, if you ask. I'm going to tell you about the homecoming court. Thanks for being with us here.
Yeah, thank you.
Scott Ramsey, one of the honorary captains here with us tonight on the Tom Denchel Ford Country Halftime Show. My eyes turn down to Kennison Field, where the court is being introduced. Lastly, Senior Princess Ruby Guadalupe Villarreal. She is a senior princess along with the senior prince, Angel Aguilar. Another princess out there is Alex Osman, and she is joined by Landon Jones, and then also senior princess Kaylee Hamilton. Kaylee Hamilton and Andrew James those are the seniors. I'll get the rest here, but we are to the boxes, the purple boxes of crepe paper out in front. The 3 princesses are going to break the paper. We're going to find out who the queen of the 2018 homecoming court is. I suppose to do my due diligence here, it's a nice purple dress for Hamilton, and Ruby Villarreal has a nice bit of dress. There are the purple and yellow balloons in front of Kaylee Hamilton. She is the queen of the court. That makes Andrew James the king of the homecoming court. So Queen Kaylee Hamilton, and there go the fireworks. Hey, by the way, rest of the court, I want to do my due diligence. Include freshman Princess Grace Lind and Prince Thomas Reagan. Also from the representatives of the sophomore class, Ray Rodriguez and Aaliyah Marie Crosby. And the representatives from the junior class, Jasmine Elwood and Kelson Robertson. Congratulations to all of the court. It's fireworks time here in Hermiston. No, I'm not going to describe the color of the fireworks, Jeff. We'll take a break here on the Tom Denchel Ford Country Halftime Show. Hermiston 41, Eisenhower 21. Here at the half on AM 1360 KOHU. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Alex, you're going to want to see the last part. I know they're just fireworks, but then there's kind of a cherry on top. The fireworks appear to be
Now kind of get your face up here so you can feel it. surprised here. We got some new people up in the box here for homecoming night. The grand finale of the fireworks show. A lot of purples this year. That's a nice touch. Yeah, I like that.
Red, white, and blue. And of course, we're getting ready for a little bit of propane here in a second or so. If you can even really hear me over the top of the fireworks. From the Old West Federal Credit Union broadcast booth, which is currently right around 60 degrees, and now it's right around 80 degrees.
It just turned to 90 degrees in here, and it was pretty nice out here.
6 big propane booms, and now the homecoming halftime festivities have concluded. And now it's just back to football, where it's 41-21 at the half. Hermiston took the first 14 points of this game. In the final seconds of the first quarter, Damian Pacheco was able to strike from a yard out to cut Hermiston's lead to 14-7. In the second quarter, Yabani Razone caught a 20-yard touchdown pass on a screenplay from Andrew James. James ran in a 34-yarder. Wyatt Nolan got into the end zone for the second time from 4 yards out. And Hermiston was out in front 34-7. It felt like, boy, you start to count to 40 here and see how close Hermiston is to a running clock. And then Drew Reyes catches a 37-yard touchdown. And Jordan Ramirez answers right back with a 90-yard kickoff return. I honestly can't remember the last time we saw a kickoff return for a touchdown that didn't get called back because of flags here. 5-6 years maybe?
Yeah.
And Eisenhower, though, put one on the board right at the end of the half to cut the lead back down to 20 at 41-21. Sonny, you got stats for us?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and start off with Eisenhower first. Eisenhower had 17 first downs in that first half. That shows how active they were in the first half. Only 2 penalties, so they cleaned up their game quite a bit. The 2 one offsides and the one illegal shift. Offensively, they ran the ball 28 times for 121 yards total on the night. Drew Cornegie had 5 for 25. Pacheco had 20 rushes in that first half, 93 yards and a touchdown. Morgan had 2 rushes for no yards, and Reyes 1 for 3. Again, 28 rushes for 121 yards. Passing-wise, Carnegie was 8 of 17 with 1 interception, 141 yards, and 1 TD. Spurrier, 1 catch for 17 yards. We didn't see, they targeted him a few times, not too many catches. Drew Reyes, big target, 3 catches for 76 yards and a touchdown. Will Yoakum, 2 catches, 18 yards. And McGowan, 2 catches, 30 yards and a touchdown. So that's their 3 scores on the night. And, for Hermiston, that last one kind of stung a bit. For the Bulldogs, 15 first downs in that first half, but they had a total of 5 penalties for about 60 yards total. Andrew James first half rushing, 18 rushes for Hermiston for 251 yards. James, 5 rushes for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. Wyatt Nolan, 13 rushes for 148 yards and a touchdown. And we had 1 fumble in that first half. Again, 18 rushes, 251 yards for Hermiston. Passing-wise, Andrew James doing exactly what I thought they should do. That quick one, 4 of 5. 4 out of 5 for 61 yards and a touchdown. Jordan Ramirez, 2 catches for 23 yards. Giovanni Rizzone, 1 for 20 and the touchdown. And Walshley, 1 for 18. 4 receptions for 61 yards. 262 offensive total yards for Eisenhower in the first half. 312 for Hermiston.
The Bulldogs 41-21. Their advantage at the half. This will bring us to the end of the Tom Denchel Ford Country halftime show. Homecoming festivities continue down on the track. A couple of quick pictures with the princes that are part of the game, or just the significant others that are part of the game as well. And the queen of the court, Kaylee Hamilton, resplendent in a kind of a Hawaiian-looking purple dress with white orchids. There you go, Cottage. That's maybe the best dress description I've ever done during homecoming night. I want a little extra credit there on Monday for that one. It's Hermiston trying to digniterate their stamp on the Eisenhower Cadets in the second half, up 41-21. Juan Carlos Navarrete to kick it away into the haze of the fireworks, and it'll take them a yard into the end zone. And Damian Pacheco wanted to return it, but DeAnthony Smith-Gary wanted to return it, but he is not allowed to because he was a step into the end. Another touchback for Navarrete, who's been good tonight. The only missed extra point was on a bad snap that turned into a scramble play that failed for Hermiston. That's why they're not on schedule with a bunch of 7s on the board. They got some 7s and a 6 there in the first half, but really it's the defense that's got to show some improvement here in the third quarter.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is Hermiston let them back in to being able to shorten up this game.
Drew Cordigale handoff to Pacheco down the middle, and Pacheco is spun down right in the middle of the park up to the 25-yard line. A 5-yard gain for Pacheco. Cash Campbell on the tackle. Second down and 5. Cordigale will set in a pistol with Pacheco behind him. Turn in hand to Pacheco again. Up the middle, Pacheco in trouble. No gain. He ran right into a pile. And the leader of the pack was Cody Weisner, who just kind of threw him down. Just take note, warming up in the bullpen for Hermiston right now is Sam Schwarzy and Chase Elliott. Couple of backup quarterbacks. 3rd down and 5 from the 25. Cordigy with 2 in the backfield, looking to throw. Time in the pocket. Now he's going to scramble to his left. He'll throw a deep ball down the middle, underthrown, tipped and dropped out of the hands of Garrett Walshley and then out of the hands of Drew Reyes. It's a long incompletion, and 4th and 5 will force Eisenhower's punt team out onto the field. Just not quite a minute into the 3rd quarter.
Well, that's what was good for Hermiston that time, and I can't believe that he actually threw that ball. All he had to do was look out there and see the one guy in purple was 30 yards deep.
There's going to be a quarterback change for Hermiston in the second half. I don't see number 8 scanning the sideline. 4th down and 5. Opplinger rolls to his right, punts it away. Good punt. Razone on the run, takes it at the 41. Razone spinning, trying to fight his way from tacklers, is gang tackled. No gain.
Bonnie Razone on the return out to the 41-yard line.
34-yard punt for Opplinger. Razone gets a yard on the return. With 10:54 on the clock in the 3rd quarter, it is a 41-21 lead for Hermiston. Bulldog offense. They were able to move the ball at will in the first half.
Well, Andrew is out here to start the second half off.
I don't know why I couldn't find him. Andrew James, though, at quarterback. Throws near sideline. Rozone's got it on a screen. Rozone's in trouble. And gang tackling by Eisenhower. They quickly get out to the near sideline. And Razone is pulled down. Leading the way on that tackle was Chance Ward.
Yeah, Razone picked up right at the line of scrimmage for no gain at all, but he did a great job of getting it out as quick as he did, and that time there, very lucky he didn't get tipped, but that's how well they played that little bubble.
Andrew James with Nolan to his right has 3 receivers bunched to the right, out on the hash mark. Left hash mark set from the 41. Handoff to Nolan, running left side. Nolan cuts back to the middle. He's got his speed down the near sideline. 40, 35, 30. One man to beat. 20, 15, 10, 5. Pull it away to the end zone. Touchdown Hermiston. 58-yard score.
I think they think he's for real, Eric. That was absolute second level running by Wyatt Nolan. Got hit in the backfield, was able to reverse his motion just a little bit inside that zone block, then off to the races he went.
We frankly haven't seen a running back with that kind of pull-away speed here at Hermiston since Bobby Adams, I want to say. I mean, somebody who is able to hit another gear 20 or 30 yards down the field. Juan Carlos Navarrete, under a bit of pressure, kicks it up and through.
Yeah, 3-hop back to him.
48-21, Hermiston's lead with 10:03 on the clock. But, I mean, it's not to disparage other running backs, even Bobby's brother, Corey, but, you know, and there have been a lot of big-looking backs, the Trenton Antros, the Sam Colbrays, the John Henry Lines, but nobody who can do what Nolan just did there in a long time, where it's 25 yards down the field and then boom, he finds a new gear.
Yeah, and that was phenomenal. There, I mean, that was pull-away speed. I mean, the Eisenhower kid even had the angle on him, and he beat him to the angle.
48-21 the lead now, with 10:03 on the clock in the 3rd quarter. And Juan Carlos Navarrete, who's kicked it into the end zone a few times in a row, on to attempt another touchback. This one's going to be a bit short. Smith Gary at the 3. Down the middle of the park. Edges to his right at the 10. Cuts back to his left. Got a big block. And Cody Thacker says, where's the block in the back there?
Yeah.
And the White Hat saying, I don't want to hear any of it. In fact, he made him shake hands. The return, but I was more entertained by what was going on back here. The return gets up to the 24-yard line for Smith Gary.
Nice job that time by Tyson Salinas putting away the tackle on the play.
9:47 left in the 3rd quarter. Eisenhower had to go 3 and out their last drive. Drew Cordigi's got Damian Pacheco behind him at a pistol set. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left from the 24. Cortigi takes it, option play left, pitches up the middle for Yoakum, the H-back. Yoakum breaks a tackle, first down yardage. Yoakum still on his feet, wrestled down at the 38-yard line. Yoakum finds himself space for 14 and a first down.
Nice job that time by Yoakum, and that was a nice little pass play inside.
It was a little wing T-esque, the motion left and then come back around like they did. Had some bad flashbacks there. First down and 10 from the 38-yard line. Pistol set again, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Delayed handoff, stretch play out to the right side. Pacheco into the second level and is pulled down at the 46-yard line. Arnold and Walshley on the stop.
24. Damian Pacheco.
And the gain of 8 brings a 2nd and 2 up.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3.
And that puts Pacheco over the 100-yard mark on the night, Eric. He's at 23 carries for 106 yards right now.
He's now sitting, what do you say, 106?
106 on the night.
49 yards away from 1,000 yards on his season. 2nd down and 2. Quick throw near sideline, up in the air. Magalon pulls it down and is pulled down out of bounds at the 44-yard line into Hermiston territory. 10-yard gain, and they'll move the chains again. So Eisenhower's offense is starting to do some stuff.
It's again, Eric. You can't. If you're going to be on the bubble, you can't play that far off the ball and miss the bump and expect to stay with these receivers.
8:30 on the clock in the third quarter. It's spinning, with Hermiston leading by 27. First down and 10 for the Cadets from the 44 in Hermiston territory. Low snap, Cortigi picks it up, screenplay in the middle for Reyes. Reyes down the middle on the receiver screen across the 40 and is pulled down by a plethora of purple shirts at the 36-yard line, gaining 8.
On the screen, down to the 36-yard line.
They've got a lot of different screens in that playbook on the first couple of pages. We've seen the receiver screen, we've seen the H-back screen, we've seen the running back screen, we've seen the toss-back screen. They have found good times to dial those up too. 2nd down and 2. Stretch play left for Pacheco. Pacheco trying to get out to the edge. Cut off well. Thacker is there to slow things up, and he is helped by Wheeler to make the stop. Cody Thacker did a good job stretching that play out to the left. Gain of a yard given to Pacheco. And a 3rd and 1 facing Eisenhower from Hermiston's 35. You got to figure they got to stop him twice, Sonny.
Yeah, this is 4-down territory, being down 48-21. Hermiston just needs to make sure they don't let him allow outside.
About 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Hard count by Cornegie. Can't get anybody from Hermiston to jump. Barks new signals. Slaps his hands together. Hands in front. Takes the snap. Hands off. Pacheco edges to his left. First down yardage. Pacheco breaks across the top of Ramirez and down to the 27-yard line, where he's pulled down by Arnold. But it's first down yardage again for the Cadets.
Yeah, they're first down number 20 on the night.
Reyes is alone wide to the left side, and Malachi Spurrier to the right. 2 tight ends in. Pacheco, handoff running right side. Pacheco gets a huge block. He's got a hole, tripped up and down at the 15-yard line. The saving tackle on the play was made by
Garrett Walshley.
Was it Walshley who got it? Yeah, Walshley got in there and made the stop. Boy, there was a block inside the tackles that was a blindside hit.
It's about a 13-yard pickup that time.
Yeah, 13 yards down to the 15, first down and 10 quickly to Pacheco again, filling the hole, and Nolan makes the tackle. Flag out on the play after a 1-yard gain.
Penalty marker on the play.
6 minutes, 28 seconds left in the third quarter. 48-21 is the scoreline.
Holding.
It has been a while since Eisenhower's seen, well, actually, since either team's seen a flag, which has been a nice cleanup.
Eisenhower since the first quarter.
Although for the Cadets, this one couldn't. It'd be hard to come at a worse time. 10 yards back to the 24-yard line. First down and 20. Good crowd here on homecoming night. Decent crowd across the way in the new bleachers that went in this year. The first and 20. Cordigy looking to throw. Deep ball down the middle for Yoakum at the goal line. Knocked away.
Walshley.
Incomplete by Walshley.
Great job by Walshley on the batted ball. He just went up there, waited until that ball got close, and then went after it.
I mean, if you're Eisenhower, you're down by 27. Any hope whatsoever involves scoring on this drive.
Yeah, you've got to score quick and do a lot of it, because when you're down, by 27, you've got to have at least 4 scores left in you.
Especially because it seems like your defense is going to need Hermiston to make a mistake. Second down and 20 from the 24. Cordigy in the middle of the park, stays in the pocket, throws over the middle, finds Magalone. Magalone inside the 10 is pulled down by Wheeler at the 6. And it's darn close to what they needed for the first down. At the very worst, it's going to be third and short.
Penalty marker on the play.
Oh, it's going to be marked back again.
Another penalty.
That looks like it's going to negate that 18-yard pickup that time on the play. I mean, that was a nice-looking pass, and Ramirez doing a great job of getting up underneath him. So looks like it was another holding.
Indication was holding against.
Another holding penalty.
Yeah.
By the way, Mitch Crow is not purposely not being heard anymore. His headset is off to our right upstairs. Principal electrician Tom Spoo is trying to diagnose the problem. Oh, back to the 34-yard line.
It's too bad to take that tackle away from Jordan, too, because that was one of the better hits that our secondary has had tonight.
Second at a country mile. 30 to be exact. Cordigy looking to throw near sideline, swings it out to Pacheco in the flat right. Pacheco is pulled down at the 31-yard line after a gain of 3. In there on the stop, Ramirez and Wheeler and Thacker.
Ball will be placed on about the 31-yard line. Third.
Under 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Hermiston's lead is 48-21. 58 zip win earlier today for Echo at Mitchell Spray in 6-man football on your Ranch and Home scoreboard. Pistol set, third and 27. Cordigy stays in the pocket, rifles over the middle for Reyes. Reyes has it, running away from a tackler at the 20-15, down around the 10. Reyes dives forward on the far sideline, all the way up to the 8-yard line. He gets 26 of the 27 back on that play over the middle.
Wow. That is some pretty potent stuff there, Eric. Hermiston's got to find a way to go ahead and get that off. They can't continue to rely upon Walshley and Ramirez to make that long stop coming from way back in the deep in the backfield there.
It's actually about 4th and 3 and another flag out.
Or did they call
a timeout given to Eisenhower with 5:09 left in the third quarter. Hermiston 48, Eisenhower 21. Big play coming up for Eisenhower. Even if they don't have a comeback, they want to be able to keep the positive momentum going. Well, let's take a moment here to tell you about... for like a week now on the radio, if you're a frequent listener to KOHU or the Q, you've heard this 30-second ad where it's Jeff and I and I'm talking about this big thing coming on October 25th, Thursday, October 25th at 5 p.m. I never say what the thing is. Because right now all I want you to do is think about Thursday, October 25th at 5 p.m. But now I'm ready to tell you what the thing is. So, since the beginning of time, or at least since I've been at the radio station 12 years ago, we've had a Saturday in the fall that has been selected for our fall radio auction.
Yeah, I have 36 minutes left on
my
camera now.
If you want to say a contrarian, suggested, and I was acquiesced, that we just try something. So we're going to try the radio auction on a Thursday evening. And yes, Thursday, October 25th at 5 p.m. Just like the radio auction we have on Saturday mornings, this one's going to be on a Thursday evening, October 25th. Mark your calendar. Go to GoHermiston.com, a growing list of items from many sponsors there right now. Here's the 4th and 3. Cornegie rolling to the right. Cornegie throwing corner of the end zone. Reyes up for it. Pulls it in. Pushed out at the 1 by Ramirez. First down, no touchdown.
Pass is complete to number 1, Reyes. Inside the 5 and about the 1.
Eisenhower going quick. 5:02 left in the third quarter. Trailing 48-21. Knocking on the door. Pacheco at the doorstep. Pacheco spins to his left, out of the grasp of a tackler and into the end zone.
Touchdown, Eisenhower.
Nathan Wheeler is pleading his case. No, it's Ramirez pleading his case that he stopped Pacheco.
Yeah, I thought he turned him at the goal line there, Eric, and then he got they allowed it to go ahead and go with the motion going around. He was able to spin around and put that one into the end zone.
4:57 left in the third, and Opplinger on for the extra point. Opplinger's extra point is good. And Hermiston's lead is 48-28 with 4:57 left in the third quarter. You're listening to Bulldog Football at AM 1360 KOHU.
Bulldogs 48, Cadets 28.
And not just that we have a better program and better coaching. They're cool. They just choose that.
I'll take mine off after they go. I'll take mine off, put Jimmer's on, and after they kick it, then put mine on to the
quarter that Magellan had. How long was it?
What?
No. 8 yards.
8 yards, okay. I fell behind there on the box score for a moment.
You have to switch to Michael's, not mine. Yeah, I can hear you, Michael. I just don't think anybody wants to come down here. It's freaking froze, freezing down here. Nothing.
Another Eisenhower drive, another Eisenhower score. 76 points on the board. We're not quite to hand cramp territory yet.
Close.
48-28, 5 minutes, 4:57 left in the third quarter. Opplinger's kick. This one is even a bit shorter, near sideline. Taken on the run at the 19 by Ramirez. And Ramirez, 2 points for the two-leg takedown by Smith-Gary. Ramirez up to the 34-yard line. Ramirez has a 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown tonight.
1st and 10 Bulldogs.
Wyatt Nolan and Andrew James each have rushing touchdowns. Yobani Razone has a screenplay he took to the house from 20 yards out as well. As Hermiston, they're in control, but this lead is kind of teetered between 27 and 20 where it stands right now. First down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Left hash mark set. Play action. Throw right side. Ramirez has it out on the right hash marks. Ramirez ran right into Reyes, and he's pulled down for a 2-yard gain on the screenplay. Didn't quite get the set he wanted from Trent Pitney on the block.
No, that time, kind of a whiff out there, and unfortunately, but boy, if he would have got that block, that would have had at least the first down. Give him a pretty good little spot there, too.
Give him a really good spot. 3-yard gain, we'll say. 2nd down and 7. Nolan to the left, 3 bunched to the left as receivers out on that hash mark. Hand off to Nolan, running right, bounces back to his left on a jump cut across the 40 and down to the 41-yard line. Wyatt Nolan was featured in the East Oregonian. Nice little feature this week. And, when they do those features, often it's more of kind of like a hero photo or something like that. So it's Nolan in front of his truck with some big antlers, elk antlers.
That's awesome.
And I said, which ones were those? It was, my dad got that one a couple of years ago. That's the antlers that they were. 3rd down and 3. Quick throw near sideline. 1st down yardage for Hermiston across the 45 up to the 48-yard line into the hands of Wyatt Nolan. I will say this. I have had opportunity actually to hunt with the Wyatt Nolan family. He's capable. Just his dad's got some really nice antlers, so those are the ones they use for the photo. Nice feature, though, that they did on Wyatt and just what he's done. He's over 1,000 yards this season after tonight's activities. Motion man, left to right. Trevor Wagner takes a handoff on a sweep, running right. Wagner ends up at the 50-yard line, right on the midfield stripe after a 2-yard gain. 3:10 left in the 3rd quarter. Hermiston 48, Eisenhower 28.
Gain of 2. 2nd.
Well, we're into the promoting other people's stuff part of the broadcast. Billy Gates, who's with us on the Weimar Bulldog Tailgate Show. I went on the Oregon High School Sports Podcast on the ThatCast Network this week. So you can download that, iTunes, or wherever podcasts are found. I got to rant and rave about a few things. Surprising, I know. Blitz showing up the middle from Eisenhower. Flag out, 2nd down and 8. Or a timeout. No, it is a flag. In fact, the referee called the false start on Hermiston. That'll move them back to their 45-yard line and bring up a 2nd down and 13. Just a touch of chill in the air, starting to waft into the box. Our softer viewers up here in Bulldog Stadium have turned on the heat lamps, just in case you also want to get a tan while watching football. 2nd down and 13 from the 45. I just got a moth dive bombed onto my hand. I mean, hard, too. Snap goes past Andrew James. He was expecting. Andrew James scrambles back to get it. Hammered back at the 25-yard line.
James calls on the ball in the back.
It's a disaster of a play for Hermiston. Andrew James take it down at the 26. Loses 22 yards on the play. No, excuse me, loses 17 yards on the play because there was that penalty. Well, what do you got in the book for 3rd down and 27, Sonny? 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. James surveys the scene. Slaps his hands off. Nolan bounces off a tackler. Nolan up to the 30-yard line, 35-yard line.
About the 35-yard line.
Flag out. Late flag out. And this one is unsportsmanlike. And it's unsportsmanlike on one of Hermiston's linemen. And there was a scuffle. And so the question is, it was Jacob Leby. It does not look like Leby was, it was just an unsportsmanlike. He was not taken out of the game. No. He's talking to Rick Wells right now.
No, it wasn't Jacob, it was Bradshaw.
No, I heard him yell. I heard him say 65.
Oh, okay, because he was pointing at Bradshaw as he was walking over.
So this will move it back even further.
Yeah, they're giving shoulder taps to
My camera
Jacobs.
automatically zooms out. It's kind of annoying.
So it's 15 from the end of the play, which will move it back to the 20.
What happened?
And now the White Hats, David Faitete wants an explanation, and I mean, I can hear Mitch Crow down the field because there's a hush that's come over the cross top of Kennison Field. It's probably 2,500 people down below me, and they were quiet enough that I could hear the White Hat. And he told David Faitete, you want an explanation, you call a timeout. 4th down and a mile and a half. Navarrete to punt it away. Punt's kind of a spinning kick, bounces at the 50. Taken on the run by Smith Gary, who spins around, bounces away from one tackler. There's another flag out from the far sideline as Smith Gary is down on the 47-yard line, returning it about 5 yards. We got to check on another marker.
I'm trying to figure out where that one came from because that was way behind any player.
Well, it was punt formation, so they're not in a traditional alignment as the 5-man crew. So the line judge on that side, it was his flag who came out.
Yeah, but
he was downfield.
But there was nobody within 15 yards of where he threw that flag at.
Well, his beanbag didn't have enough sand in it. Face mask penalty on Hermiston. 15 yards from the end of the run.
Wow.
So the last couple of plays here have led to 30 more yards of penalties against Hermiston. Their lead is still 48-28. With 1:03 left in the third quarter, Eisenhower's going to have the ball, 1st down and 10 from the 32-yard line. So it was a face mask on one of the gunners is what it was. Would be my best guess.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see where it was at, if it was off the line of scrimmage when they were running by, because he wasn't within 15 yards of anything.
1st down and 10 to throw near sideline. Underthrown ball incomplete. Salinas was in the general vicinity, but on the near sideline, Smith Gary was running, it wasn't Smith Gary, it was Spurrier, running a different route than what was expected from Cornegie.
Malachi Spurrier. Second and 10.
About a minute left in the third quarter. 48-28. Cadets trying to claw their way back in to this game. Haven't scored twice in a row yet in this game. They've answered Hermiston quite a bit. Hand off to Pacheco. Pacheco pulls his way to the 25-yard line. Pickup of 7.
Number 24, Damian Pacheco.
Damian Pacheco fumbled on one of his first 5 carries of the night, and since then has been a beast for this Eisenhower team.
Yeah, he's got 146 yards on the night already now, Eric, but he's been carrying it a ton.
3rd down and 3. Right side run. Big hole. Cuts to his left. Walshley grabs onto his feet and pulls him down at the 13-yard line, but not before a 12-yard gain. By the way, if it wasn't the previous run, that run put him over 1,000 yards for the season.
Yeah, 158 on the night. But as you said, a ton of rushes on the night. He's got 30 rushes already on the night tonight, and still a quarter to go.
30 rushes means he's got a 206 on the season. Handoff right side, Pacheco again. Pacheco runs into Cody Thacker, who pulls him down for a 1-yard gain.
Down to about the 13. Gain of about a
Final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter coming. Hermiston 48, Eisenhower 28 on AM 1360 KOHU.
my face in front of the camera.
From the Old West Federal Credit Union broadcast booth, Eric Olson alongside Sonny Levy on your hometown radio station, AM 1360 KOHU Hermiston. We also welcome you if you are joining us online. GoHermiston.com, our new web stream at Mixler.com, powered by Eastern Oregon Telecom, internet at the speed of life. Eisenhower is threatening to get to a two-score game, down 48-28, as we start the fourth quarter.
Hey, do you want me to just get the ball or no? Or get like
This is not the way that Hermiston would have liked to draw this up, because you're going to have a lot of players that are getting in an extra quarter of work that shouldn't have had to. Kind of like we want to sleep a little bit on the defensive side throughout the night. For that matter, they found some weaknesses in what we were doing, and granted, they haven't been able to stop our offense, but except for when we stop ourselves.
2nd down and 8 from the 12. Right hash mark set for Eisenhower, attacking right to left towards the Hermiston end zone. Hand off to Pacheco. Good cut back to his right. Flag out as Pacheco is pulled down from behind inside the 5 by Ryan Arnold down to the 4-yard line. Pacheco's run is good for 8. I think the flag, though, is going to pull it back. Eisenhower has, in the last about 6 minutes, also started to create some of their own shooting into their own foot.
Yep.
Another holding penalty. 10 yards back from the spot of the foul at the line of scrimmage. Moon's 2nd down from the 22-yard line. About a 2nd and 18 facing Eisenhower. Boy, and they didn't need the holding penalty either. Pacheco just a great right-to-left jump cut.
Yeah, it was. He's a dynamic little running back. He's not that big, but boy, I tell you what, that jump cut is nice.
2nd down, 18. Pacheco in the block, thrown down towards Reyes. Reyes goes up, high points it into the end zone, touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown pass. Reyes beats Remmer, and Eisenhower's got it to within 2 scores. They've been attacking the middle of the field with their passing game. The deep stuff is down the middle. They don't go to the boundaries on any of that.
No, and I'm going to put it this way, Eric. They did their tape learning very well, knowing that we like to play man on and put people out on the islands, and they take advantage of it.
Opplinger's extra point is through, and Hermiston's lead is 48-35 with 11:21 left in the fourth quarter. You're listening to Bulldog Football on AM 1360 KOHU. What's the penalty yardage for the two teams?
They have 5 for 40, and we have 8 for 49, 48, 73. Get ready for an onside.
Thomas Opplinger's got the ball teed up for Eisenhower. 11:21 left in the fourth. Hermiston 48, Eisenhower 35. Cadets trying to come from behind and spoil Hermiston's homecoming. Opplinger will kick this one away towards Jordan Ramirez. Takes it at the 15. He'll jump step to his right, come to the middle of the field at the 20. 25, he's got a seam 30. 35, he makes a man miss. Now down the near sideline, 40, 50. And he will jog himself out of bounds at Eisenhower's 47-yard line.
Ball spot at the 47.
38-yard return for Ramirez, who already has a 90-yard touchdown kickoff return tonight.
Well, now Hermiston's got to just settle down on offense and get this one back on the board so we can get some more points up there.
Numbers 9099.
First down and 10 at the 47. Wide Nolan to the left shoulder of Andrew James. 3 receivers left, a man alone to the right. Blitz coming from James left. Handoff to, keep Fred James running right side. He put his shoulder down and punished the linebacker, David Robinson. But Robinson still pulls James down after about a 4-yard gain.
Down inside the 45 at the 43.
A minute gone in the fourth quarter, plus some change. 48-35, Hermiston's lead. Bulldogs have led the entire game since scoring on the opening drive with a 19-yard touchdown run by Andrew James. One of 2 he has tonight. Second down and 6 from the 43. Handoff to Nolan running left side and across the 40. He'll be stood up right there by Timothy Harrison and helped out by Chance Ward and Tord Meeks.
You said it.
3rd and 3.
Nolan gains about 3 more. Third down and 3. You got to figure with Hermiston's mentality, this is 4-down territory for them unless they lose yardage here. Nolan to the left shoulder. James. Blitz coming. Right up the middle. Hands off to Nolan. Nolan breaks a tackle. He's got the first down. Cross the 35-yard line. Pulled down by Will Yoakum. It'll help him back up. Couple of pats from each of them. Eisenhower's got a man down.
Yeah, he got met by Nola Wyant, who just ran through that shoulder tackle.
9:46 left in the fourth quarter. Dan Emery, the longtime trader here at Hermiston, the first out to Drew Reyes, who's had himself a night, had the last touchdown reception, his second of the night from the hands of Drew Cornegie.
Yeah, he's got 143 yards receiving on the night on 8 catches. He's had a heck of a night.
Clock is paused with the injury stoppage with 9:46 left in regulation. 48-35. Homecoming night always has fireworks here at Hermiston, but I think you were hoping if you were Scott Hammond and the defensive team that the fireworks were going to be limited to your offense and whatever the guys in that white truck had for halftime. Not the case. First down and 10 from the 33 for Hermiston. Blitz coming again. Quick throw out to the left side into the hands of Walshley. Walshley across the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. Andrew James saw that safety blitz coming and he just threw over the top of it to beat it. Picked up 6. Second down and 4.
Second and 3.
And motioning left to right is Ramirez. He'll join Walshley out there. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Blitz coming up the middle. Andrew James keeps running behind Wyatt Nolan. James breaks a tackle at the 10-yard line. He's fighting his way forward towards the 5. Down near the goal line, Andrew James is down at the 1-yard line. 26 of the 27 yards he needed and 25 of the 27 yards he needed after original contact. He was just dragging defenders with him.
There was a great kick block out on the outside. Andrew just kept it inside and kept his feet moving and twisting and turning. And I tell you what, they're trying to tackle Andrew up high. It's going to be exactly like trying to tackle Wyatt Nolan up high. Andrew's going to make you pay, and he's going to make you give you a ride.
Defensive lineman Paco Sanchez is shaken up on the play. He's up and walking off to the far sideline under his own power. 8:39 left in the fourth. 48-35. They'll start to spin the clock. Hermiston's got it first and goal from the 1. Looking to answer back, Eisenhower scored the last 2 touchdowns to cut this down to a 13-point lead. This is as close as Eisenhower has been since the first quarter, 5 minutes into the game when Hermiston went up 14-0. First and goal, empty backfield, Andrew James, quarterback keeper, shimmies left and into the end zone. James's 3rd touchdown run of the night, and it restores some order for Hermiston with the extra point pending.
Yeah, there was no other option there. Andrew was a naked backfield with him back there, and the only thing he could have done was maybe thrown a quick pass, but the way that Hermiston line this time was taking some revenge back out there, they wanted to get it in the end zone.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to make it a full 3-score game. Up right now by 19. Nolan to the right of James. James takes a snap running right, throws low and caught by Wagner. His knees on the ground, but it's not the NFL, so he's down. Failed conversion. With 8:08 left in the fourth, it's Hermiston 54, Eisenhower 35 here on AM 1360 KOHU. Juan Carlos Navarrete skies a kick down the middle of the park, taken at the 1-yard line by Smith Gary. And Anthony Smith Gary gets it across the 20. Forward progress is stopped at the 23-yard line. Never actually has to hit the turf there. Just turned into a rugby scrum, and they will say a 22-yard return for DeAnthony Smith Gary. And with 7:57 left in the fourth quarter, Eisenhower back on the ball, trailing 54-35. If they score now, they'll have, they don't have to onside kick, but I think you have to be prepared for the onside kick. Both teams, well, no, Eisenhower's used a timeout. They have 2. Hermiston has all 3 of theirs. Drew Cordigay to throw, far sideline, whips it into Malachi Spurrier's hands for a completion. Spurrier out of bounds at the 29, 6-yard gain. Cadets have found some joy going with no huddle. And here it's 2nd and 4. Hand off to Pacheco, breaks one tackle in the backfield. Pacheco, though, doesn't have a whole lot of blocking in front of him. Stood up at the 30, a 1-yard gain. 3rd down and 3 facing the Cadets.
Looked like Arnold and Wyatt Nolan for the tackle.
30-yard line.
Ball right in the middle of the field at the 30-yard line. on a 3rd down and 3. Eisenhower does huddle on this play.
Okay.
And we'll split Reyes, who's back in there, out to the left side. Tight end left is Yoakum. In the backfield, Pacheco, play action, throwing right side. Cortigi lobs it over the top into the hands of Yoakum, who's got it across the 40, down to the 41-yard line. There's a flag out on the play on the pitch and catch to Pacheco for 11 yards.
I think it's going to be a sideline, Eric.
Oh, it is sitting on Hermiston's sideline. Longish conversation for Mitch Crow and his crew before the indication comes.
What was it? Illegal
lineman violation?
It looked like the loss of down has got to be a lineman downfield. But that's a big penalty.
Oh, you know what? It was
illegal participation.
Reyes was covering up Yoakum, I think.
Oh, okay.
That would be my guess. That would create the ineligible man downfield. Because Yoakum was the tight end left, and Reyes was left as well. 7:08 left in the 4th quarter.
And only a 5-yard penalty, that would make sense.
5 yards and a loss of down. So Opplinger is out to punt with the line of scrimmage at the Cadet 25. High snap, it's over Opplinger's head. Backtracking, he gets his hands on it in the end zone. Comes back to his right, does get the kick away. There's a flag out on the play.
You're kidding me now.
As the ball rolls and is up to the 42-yard line.
They called that a personal foul.
42-yard line.
Roughing the kicker penalty. And he didn't even go down.
No, I don't understand that.
David Faitete is incensed. And the linesman on his side is getting to hear about it. Well, this might be the time where David Faitete is going to use his timeout.
Wow.
I'm trying to listen in from 45 yards away to Mitch Crow's explanation to David Faitete. The penalty is 15, and it moves it to a 1st down for Eisenhower. 54-35 with 7:06 left in the 4th quarter.
That'll be one to really watch on the film tomorrow.
Right to left attack for Eisenhower. Cornegie, quick throw over to the right side. He finds Spurrier. Spurrier finds his way to the 45-yard line, picking up 5 yards.
Pass is complete.
They mark it at the 46, so a 6-yard gain. 2nd down and 4 facing Eisenhower.
Malachi Spurrier.
Slow set of the ball, so.
About 6, 2nd and 4.
Well, they say he went out as well. I thought they kept him in on that far sideline. Cortigi to throw. Left side towards the sideline. Incomplete. Ramirez wasn't quite sure where the ball was, so he was just sizing up Magalon, and it was over his head. 3rd down and 4. Cortigi's got the throws. He's got the footwork. His offensive line, I think it would be fair to say they're a better run blocking line than a pass blocking line. But yes, with his footwork, it doesn't really matter. 3rd down and 4, near midfield. Probably going to see him go for it on 4th if they don't get it here on this run by Pacheco. Pacheco breaks the tackle. He's got the 1st down across the 50 and pulled down from behind. Walshley in on the stop with Sean Stewart. after the run gets to Hermiston's 48-yard line, and another Eisenhower first down. Now Hermiston's still comfortably in front at 54-35. 6:45 left in the fourth quarter. But I think they would have liked to have comfortably shut the door on this one about a quarter ago. The senior quarterback from Eisenhower backs up into a pistol set with Pacheco behind him. On 1st and 10. Pacheco takes a handoff. Pacheco breaks a tackle and is inside the 44 to the 40. Well, they'll say the 44. About a 4-yard, 5-yard gain. 2nd down and 6 facing Eisenhower. Spurrier and Reyes wide to the right side. Magalon to the left. Cortigi turns and hands. Pacheco edges to his right. Good shoulder shimmy, and he has about 5 more yards to the 39-yard line.
40 to the 39. Penalty marker on the play.
Flag out. The flag is going to be against Eisenhower, it appears. An illegal shift on Eisenhower. Hermiston will take the 5-yard penalty.
The indication is illegal shift.
And it'll push it back to the 49-yard line. Just a yard across the 50 for Eisenhower, with 5:48 left in regulation. 54-35. Twin receivers, 2 tight ends in. The big back, Morgan, is in, stays in to block, throw over the middle. It's behind Magalon. He's bumped by Walshley and is able to hang on to it. Down to the 35-yard line. 14-yard gain. And just the bump kind of redirected Magalon into a place where he could catch the ball.
They're trying to hurry it up right now, trying to get the pace going.
Cornegie, again, it's Morgan behind him, will take the handoff. The big running back running left falls right into the arms of Wyatt Nolan, who pulls him down for a 1-yard gain to the 34.
DeMero Morgan inside the 35 at about the 34-yard line.
Clock still spinning. There'll be about 5 minutes left, maybe even a bit less than that when the next snap comes for Eisenhower. You look over on the far sideline. There's a couple of number cards. There's a couple of hand signals coming in. Takes 3 coaches to get the offensive plays in. 2nd and 9 from the 34. Cornegie pressured by Campbell. Campbell flushes him out to the right. Cornegie asking somebody to go downfield. Big block set up for Cornegie, and he's able to scramble around Reyes towards the 30. Stepped out, though, at the 32, and so he just picks up 2 yards on the run.
Cornegie on the keeper.
Campbell that time did a good job flushing him out, but he allowed him to get him off his outside shoulder and then turned into a chase mode after that.
3rd and 7.
3rd down and 7. Magalone to the right. That's the short side of the field with the ball on the right hash mark. 2 receivers to the left. As Eisenhower attacks the west end zone. Low snap, pulled in by Cornegie, pressure by Campbell. Shimmies around it, throws it deep towards the end zone. Razone trying to line it up. It's knocked out of the hands of Spurrier by Razone. Incomplete. 4th down and 7.
Intended for number 80. Anthony Smith-Gray.
And in what would still be a remarkable comeback and quite a terrible horror story type ending to Hermiston's homecoming, it has to involve a first down here on this play for Eisenhower. It just has to with 4:28 left, down by 3 scores. Cornegie, straight drop, quickly, over the middle. Magalone's got it inside the 20, inside the 15, still on his feet, fighting his way down near the 5, stood up there, Walshley and Razone make the stop after he pinballed off of Ramirez.
Number 15, Jesse McGowan.
First and goal. Magalon's got it. Another catch. Eisenhower's first and goal from the 7. Handoff to Morgan. Morgan in trouble. Breaks away from Bradshaw. Rolls out to his right. Is able to get some extra yardage, and his big 6'2" frame reaches forward to inside the 2-yard line.
Inside the 5. At about the 3.
Eisenhower going quick. Under 4 minutes left now. Second down and goal from the 2. Morgan again, the deep man, takes the handoff right up the middle, edges to his right into the end zone. Touchdown for Eisenhower. 13-point game again.
Well,
Hermiston came into the night one of the top defenses by numbers in the Mid-Columbia Conference. They're not going to leave the night that way. Opplinger's kick is up and true, and with 3:45 left, Hermiston's lead is down to 54-42. The question is, can Eisenhower get a stop? We find out when we come back on AM 1360 KOHU.
So they got to try an onside kick now. Actually, yeah.
You would think so.
You would think they would do it. Well, they got the hands guys in. Andrew James just went in to go back.
Opplinger's got it teed. They will kick it deep, and Andrew James the only one back, but it's kicked out of bounds, so it's illegal procedure on Eisenhower. And Hermiston's linemen are starting to jog out onto the field, so the Bulldogs will just take it at the 35-yard line. 3:45 left in the fourth quarter. 54-42. Gary Jimenez, by kicking that one deep, has decided, as the head coach of Eisenhower, if we're going to win this thing, we're going to get a defensive stop.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised he did that. It almost looked like they were trying to kick it a little bit softer and try and get by out there, but that wasn't the case.
Andrew James and Wyatt Nolan. To the right, Pitney and Ramirez. Razone and Walshley to the left. First down and 10 from the 35. Andrew James slaps his hands together, turns and hands it to Nolan. Nolan up the middle, he's got a hole! He's at midfield, down the near sideline, 40, 35, 30, he's gone! 5, touchdown, Hermiston! There's the homecoming exclamation point for the Hermiston Bulldogs, a 65-yard run.
That time, Wyatt popped the line there. Good blocking on the zone block. Wyatt made one cut, then outraced everybody down the numbers.
$102 points tonight.
Eric, he's also, if we keep him out there, has a chance at a school record.
Navarrete had to hesitate again on the kick, but he gets it through. And with 3:33 left in the fourth quarter, the score is 61-42.
That is his only his 19th carry on the night, 294 yards on the night. 3 scores, and just had the one misplay on the one that they stole from him. So he's pushing that. I would hope that Hermiston has this thing put away, but
I mean, it's going to depend on how quick this next Eisenhower drive is. On the Ranch and Home scoreboard, Echo 58-0 at Mitchell Spray Wheeler earlier today. Other 6-man scores: Joseph beats Harper Charter 31-6. South Wasco County at Dayville Monument, winners 77-19. Gilchrist beat Jewel 78-41. 8-man football and scores of note. Wallowa wins at Crane 34-20. Bonanza 44-6 at Northlake. The kick is away deep by Juan Carlos Navarrete at the 4-yard line. Smith-Gary takes it up to the 15-20. Smith-Gary decides to spin and switch direction out to the right side at the 25. He is wrestled down near the 26-yard line. Some scores from 2A. Kennedy 21, Colton 8. Nestucca beats Portland Christian 54-6. Monroe blanks Oakland 44-0. Hefner a 55-8 winner down at the Morrow County Fairgrounds over Weston McEwen.
Wow.
In the Eastern Oregon League, Vale beats Oregon 48-14. Nissa at Burns winners 31-21. LeGrand beats Mac High 49-13. 5A completed. Hood River Valley loses to Forest Grove at home 22-21. Flip to Morgan in the near sideline on the first play for Eisenhower. Morgan spins off of a tackler across the 30 up near the 32-yard line. Runs quite a bit, ends up with 7 yards on the play.
33-yard line.
Lebanon 63, South Albany nothing. Ashland 42, North Eugene 21. These are all final scores. That's how long this game has been, that most of the state in Oregon is final already. Second down and 3 for Eisenhower. Under 3 minutes remaining. Clock spinning. 2 receivers each way for Drew Cordigy. Straight drop. Steps up in the pocket. Quarterback run up the middle. He's got space. Slides down at the 45. First down yardage. They will say the 44, so the run will get him first down and 12.
Outside the 42, about the 44-yard line, good for the first and 10.
Let's see, 6A scores on the Ranch and Home scoreboard. Sunset 54, Beaverton 21, Jesuit 62, Southridge 21. Now first down and 10 from the 44. Cordigy looking to throw left side. Now he steps up in the pocket again. Caught from behind, pulled down. Finally, Cash Campbell gets to him. Sack for Hermiston. Campbell makes it his first of the night. And the fleet-footed Cordigy loses yards back to the 39-yard line. Sherwood 41, Newburgh 14, West Salem 46, Mountain View, that's the new high school. No, it's not, that's the old high school in Bend. 46-28, West Salem wins either way. Sprague wins at Summit 49-14. North Medford loses at Roseburg 42-14. Second and 15 from the 39, straight drop for Cordigy. Cordigy in the pocket, lots of time, throws it over the middle, batted away. Defensive play made by Guillermo Garay. Guillermo Garay in there playing at a safety position and knocked it away from Aguilon. 1:43 left in the game. 61-42. Hermiston's advantage.
30-15.
Student section still. Plenty of chanting from them. Great student section crowd. We heard from ASB members Jaden Ray and Violet Mitchell earlier tonight. Third down and 15. Cordigy looks left, back to his right, over the middle. Dumps it for Reyes. Reyes has got it on the run. Gets out across the 40, at the 30 in Hermiston territory. Breaks a tackle down inside the 20. Finally pulled down around the 15-yard line. Stopped by Wagner. 92 seconds left. The Cadets are not going quietly into the night.
15-yard line.
Oh, is that about a 34, 35 yard?
No, 45. It was at the timeout called, by the way.
Was it at the 42?
Yeah, I was at the 42, so it was a 40. It was a 42-yard gain because 35 to there and then 7 more.
Man.
Or 8 more. Minute 32 left. 61-42. Eisenhower, by the way, next week will host Eastmont. And then they're on the road, although at the road's relative terms, because they're going to West Valley, and then they're going to AC Davis. So they're pretty much going to stay around Yakima the rest of the way. 3-3. Looks like it'll be 3-4 for them. Hermiston, it appears, will be 5-2. Hanford next week at Franrish Stadium. Back here on the 26th for Kamiakin. And it very well could be the playoffs are on the line in that game against Kamiakin. First down and 10 for Eisenhower from the 15. Handed to Morgan. Morgan caught in the backfield. Morgan in trouble. Keeps his feet churning. Morgan still pushing. Morgan, 205 pounds of him all the way to the 10, and they whistle him down by forward progress, but it really seemed like his forward progress kept progressing.
Yeah, I mean.
10-yard line.
5 yards out of what should have been nothing. He just ripped away from Cody Weisner. 2nd and 5. A minute left. Morgan, the deep man. Cordigay lobs it left corner for Reyes. Ramirez knocks it away with his left hand. Reyes and Ramirez shake hands. Good battle.
Pass falls incomplete for the Cordigay.
Ramirez is out of night.
He had a very good night, and it's I'm kind of surprised, although we have changed up who we have on the deep balls, on the safeties over on the opposite side, but kind of surprising they're still going after Ramirez, or trying to, and going in his direction.
Well, I mean, Ramirez is just going wherever Drew Reyes is right now. And that's Cordigay's favorite target. It's pretty obvious. Cordigay on 3rd down and 5. Throws over the middle. Ramirez bats it away from Reyes, who then took a shoulder from Walshley.
Actually, it was their own players.
Walshley's shove pushed Reyes into his teammate, and they're both down.
Yeah, they both collided almost head on after the ball was, batted away by, or good batted away by Walshley on that time, but that was a heck of a hit.
Reyes is back up. It's DeAnthony Smith-Gary who's still down. Clock is paused with 45.3 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. 61-42. And Smith-Gary is sitting back up, but still having a conversation with one of the 2 trainers who made the trip here for the Eisenhower Cadets. Smith-Gary's up. He's walking under his own power, but he's pulled his helmet off. And 4th down and 5 faces Eisenhower, who it appears have also taken their final timeout with 45.3 seconds remaining. All right, we'll take it as well. KOHU with Bulldog football. Landon, you better make this a 30. Come back to me right after this commercial. Don't make it a minute, make it a 30. Well, it wasn't actually a timeout. It was just kind of a water break. And on the 4th down play, shovel pass out of the hands of Cornegie into the hands of Will Yoakum. And down at the 6 means a turnover on downs. With 40 seconds left, Hermiston is going to be able to kneel things away and win today 61-42. But it wasn't without plenty of intrigue here tonight on homecoming night in Hermiston. The Bulldogs offense looked spectacular. Wyatt Nolan had another one of those career-type evenings. The defense still has more to do on their drawing board in their film session tomorrow, giving up 42 points, their most points given up in 3 years.
Give it to them one more time and see if you can get about 15 out of it. Was it 304 the record?
No, there's a Bobby Adams yardage. It is Nolan, and Nolan's going to get himself out to the 16-yard line, running for about 9 on the play. In the Sway Motors postgame show, I'll pull that up.
At about the 16-yard line.
As we had earlier, here we go. Top 20 individual, the 314. Bobby Adams against Hood River Valley in 2011. 305 was Stevie Martinez against Marshfield. And Andrew James is going to kneel away once it gets under 25 seconds. He can kneel now. And that will be the final play of the game. 61-42 is the final score here tonight. Homecoming win for Hermiston. And the Bulldogs will go to midfield to shake hands with the Eisenhower Cadets. They will go to Eisenhower next year in this home-and-home series. Andrew James, Jordan Ramirez, and Wyatt Nolan posing for Tammy James on the sidelines before they go for the handshakes. And Hermiston's a winner, 61-42. Sway Motors postgame show is coming your way when we come back on AM 1360 KOHU.